everybody. Well, congratulations, David, on being a greedy bastard, getting first, second, third. Hello, Bobo. How you doing? Welcome back. It is Friday. Wahoo, and I am tired.
Hello, chat. Welcome to Friday. You have made it through another week. And where Handy has been drinking the decaf, I am here, hyped up on life, and I cannot complete that sentence due to what my lawyers have just told me. Anywho, everyone, it is a wonderful Friday. What have you done this week that you're proud of? For me, and it doesn't have to be as big as this, Mrs. Ickbard, my pa, and I, we have found an apartment that we really like, and we're kind of locking down the deals on that for our move to Florida.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be like 10 minutes away from my co-writer, who is moving there next week for his new job in Florida.
Nice. There's a song he wants you to rate. I'm not opening that Ickbard because I can't. I don't want to get copyright stuff.
I'm opening it now.
What is it?
Oh, it's Don't Touch My Clogs. The song is great. I don't care for the music video because I want the music, not the theater involved with it. Unless it's like a musical where they actually combine the two. Yeah, Don't Touch My Clogs. It's fucking hilarious.
It's not a Weird Al song, is it?
No. No, it's not.
Sounds like it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, if only he released a video or a song recently. Oh yeah, it's by a band called OCT.
Yeah.
It's a very silly song that goes hard as fuck.
I see.
Yeah, like imagine you're listening to like power metal, and it's like, you know, you're slaying the dragons and you're riding high in the hopes and dreams of friendship, and it's all like those epic like type of beat and stuff, but it's about wooden clog shoes that are a family heirloom, and now make it techno.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yes, it's very hilarious. Picture one Imperial Guard regiment in all clogs, and this is blaring in the background. I believe it.
Swedish Imperial Guard Regiment.
Did you say the Yiddish Imperial Guard regiment?
I said Swedish. Get your ears checked.
To be fair, I don't think you were near your mic, and I already know I have tinnitus, buddy.
Okay. Oh, I was not near my microphone. Ugh, but yeah, also, I now have 1,000 followers on Twitch. Yippee.
Yippee! He does Fortnite. Und sie Cola.
I think I'm debating if I want to do checker patterns on the chain claw.
Do you want to?
I mean, this isn't my mini, but I want it to look nice.
Do you want to? Because you're already making it look nice.
Yeah, I know, but part of me just says there should be some checker marks on the claw. And I might as well,
like you're
I guess.
Talking yourself into doing it.
Yeah, I know I am. I'm most definitely talking myself into doing it. And what do you mean, yawn, David? Can't wait to see you do more of those amazing Rita Often or checker patterns, real orky. That's hard for me to do. It's hard for me to do anything that isn't near perfect.
No, he's saying that you're going to keep doing that because he's making fun of you.
Yeah, I know. David needs to get better material.
Speaking of better material, have you guys ever felt like felt? It's not a good material.
I don't like felt. I don't like the feel of it. It's the tism speaking there.
Same thing happens to Mrs. Ickbard with microfiber.
It's like when you hear chalk going against a chalkboard.
That and like the screen protectors on phones, they make her feel bad.
Icy floor. David
why'd you make the floor spicy, David?
So I think what I'll do is I'll have the chevrons slash hazard stripes, have those be yellow, while the checkers are just gonna remain black and white.
I think that's a great idea.
Yes. Very good idea. Ugh. So what's everyone working on tonight?
Stew.
What?
I'm working on a stew.
Ah. You're always working on a stew every time.
Yeah, it's because it's something that's felt as spicy floor. Fair enough. Printing your 1984 night. Nice.
Nice.
Reason I cook stew a lot on Fridays is because it's something I can have cook in the background, so I don't have to keep walking back and forth a bunch and be more active in chat and such.
Ancestors kill team parade board.
Ah, that's right. We were talking. He was DMing me about parade board stuff.
Wow, doesn't ask me, the guy that does model railroading, for diorama advice. Wow.
I think it's because he was wondering if because I've talked about doing display board stuff before.
Oh.
Chat, whatever you do, do not look up Lego piece 32557. I mean it. Do not, chat, look up Lego piece 32557.
Hello,
You
Dolo. How
will
you doing?
regret it. Because Handy, your rule says no DMs to you. It's got you there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it said it to Ikbar too. It said do not DM Handy or moderators unless it has something to do with the server.
To be fair, he does DM me for a lot of the time for approval for memes.
Yeah.
Getting banned. Welcome to the family, son. But yeah, I'm working on my Ferris Manus today. I did a moderate amount of work on him yesterday. I think I got the base just about how I want it to be.
Nice.
I've learned I really need like some fluorescent paints. I can only fake it so much with mixing white with you know, contrast over it.
Yeah. You can only fake it so much till you make it.
Yes, and because I don't know how to make paint, I'm just gonna buy it. Also, I'm getting a bunch of old scale Terminator, Deathwing, Terminator Knight people.
Oh, cool.
Mrs. Zigbard, I talked to Mrs. Zigbard about it, and she's like, "Happy birthday!" I'm like, "Yay!"
Yay.
Have I seen your knight in whips? Let's take a look at your knight in the whips.
I have seen it. Yes, I have. I told him I would show his spicy art thing in Remembers Minis if Balrak shows it on stream.
You know what? That's a fair bar.
Yeah.
So are you saying this is your 1984 night because it's gonna be like that 1984 commercial from Apple? Is my guess. Also, Handy, I think Twitter is catching on to the fact that I am I'm learning Spanish because unprompted I'm getting memes now in Spanish.
Ah. That's funny.
And I can understand them.
Nice.
Most of them. Some of them are like proper noun shit. It's 1984 because he won't let me post a shield. Yeah, but good reason, bitch.
Funny thing is, too, he asked the same question in Arthur's server, too.
Did he get the green light or the red light?
I don't remember. Hello, Charles. How you doing? Boo. I'm gonna guess that's a no. He didn't get this. I'm gonna guess that's a no. He didn't get a share in Arthur's server either.
Oh no, he's saying only your server has said no, which means only I have said no.
Well, here's the funny thing, Ikbar. I know you didn't read the rules.
Sorry.
There's a rule. I know you.
Like,
I know David didn't read the rules either.
I read the rule, and I took it as such because it pertained to booby images of the sculpts themselves. That the person who had those sculpts would not be penalized for it, but for a person to take a model and then draw the pinup art of something a little more revealing than those sculpts, or of that caliber revealing, I should say. He went out of his way to have it be like that for something that wasn't like that originally. I erred on the side of caution of no. That's why I said no.
I see. Rules are lame. Well, that's what keeps everything running smoothly.
That's what keeps people from shit talking and posting weird things in Morse code in the Discord. Remember when that happened?
Or binary, you mean?
Yeah, binary. That's what they used.
Click.
Okay, David. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that, David.
What?
I hope it made you feel better.
What?
He was doing something to Walrus about, like, click training him, and it's a weird thing, and I told him to knock it off, and then he stopped, and then he posted it in there again because I told him not to in the chat here. It's a stupid thing, but it has impacted the server slightly, and I've put my foot down on it. So
okay.
He's doing it here without Walrus being here to be cute about it, but I'm saying here, no.
I see.
Indeed. Chat, once again, I must ask you all, what did you do this week that you felt proud about, felt happy about, felt successful about? Stats. Okay, that one's fine, because that's just a reference to something. That's not you trying to click train fucking chat.
Like they're dogs, jeez.
Pavlov ain't got shit on me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just tired. I have to record audio tomorrow for the next video, too.
Rip you.
The life of a YouTuber.
Indeed.
Gotta suck even more because the pile of shame video, so I gotta go back and forth across my room just to find the miniatures in the video.
Amazing. What's up, Cricket?
Hello, Cricket. How you doing? This is Honey Man with a friend. Last of Us, and it said pretty. He said so pretty, and I said, yeah, the foliage is pretty, but I just realized she was talking about, oh.
Fair enough. Rules are not enforced. What do you mean, David? What do you mean rules are not enforced? I take my slight modicum of power very seriously, sir. The only hot character in V1 is Ultra Kill. I do not understand.
I don't either.
And Charles, congrats on finishing your commission. The Age of Darkness
Nice.
box is very fun, but tedious.
Thank you, Ola, for the follow. Hey, buddy, you're seeing something.
Oh no! Robots!
Yeah, robot.
Kill!
Name, destroy. Oh, you already did it.
Yes. And now we have a
Very-
new phrase to put into the no-no section. Let me go
Yeah.
ahead and do that right now.
That's just funny.
Man, I don't even
I
know
don't-
what the goal is on that one.
Same.
Like, is someone trying to automate friendship?
Uh,
I feel like there's been like a movie or a book written about why that's a terrible fucking idea.
having a cat is when they release an injured bird into your house. Ah, yes, the present. They have brought you a present.
God, yeah. Thankfully, my cat doesn't do that because they know that I'm the one who cooks.
Or they haven't done it yet.
Nah, she knows I'm the one who cooks. She comes to me for the om-noms, even though I fill her little bowl. She's a very silly kitty.
Yes.
She might have the brain damage.
You might change the size of the public bathroom to the sand one. Which one is being weird? Later, Bobo. Thanks for hanging out.
Have a good one. Well, the sandal is manlier. The fish one just leads to jokes about women of ill repute. So the sandal would be my choice. When in doubt, pick Chancla.
Yes. Pick the creator of childhood trauma.
Not me. I'm white. we just had a belt.
The belt is low on the tech tree.
That just means it's reliable.
Chocolate's higher because it's gonna leave a lasting impression.
Slotted spoon, though, still number one. We should erupt Yellowstone to counter global warming. You'll pick my brain about it later. Okay, David, sure. We should erupt Yellowstone to counter global warming. First of all, that's not how that works. Secondly, the caldera that the Yellowstone National Park is on, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you talk to, is it's shifting away from Yellowstone. So Yellowstone, over the millennia, in millennia to come, I should say, set over centuries and millennia to come now, is going to be less and less violent as that caldera travels to other parts of the Pacific North, and will have different reactions due to the different tectonic and geographical places it's going to be on. So
Well,
Yellowstone is actually going to be a thing of the past in the long future.
Well, it won't be in Wyoming anymore. It moves further. The caldera on the tectonic plates where it is now, they've got evidence of it moving of basically the Yellowstone's mantle plume moving like millions of years
Don't think
ago.
you've seen it.
Yeah, it's gonna move north. It moves to like the crater is gonna move to the west because that's the way the plate is. The continental plate is moving.
Is it the same plate that matches with Hawaii? I forget because they're moving.
No,
in a similar
Hawaii is a
direction.
mantle plume like Yellowstone is. The Ring of Fire, what it is usually you'll find volcanoes around like at tectonic plates or closer to tectonic plates. Mantle plumes, what they are is that they are hot spots where like the hot liquid like rock from the mantle is like bubbling up and it's like staying there for an extended period of time, and so then it seeps through the crust and creates magma chambers and that sort of stuff. And so then that's how what a mantle plume is. Like that's how Hawaii works, that's how Yellowstone is, and that's basically how every volcano is that isn't on a tectonic plate. Well, mantle plumes are also rarer too.
Yes. Also, you said magma wrong.
I said liquid rock, but okay.
No, just liquid hot magma.
Okay. Okay, Austin
Come on, you know the
Powers.
reference.
Okay, yes.
Perfectionists are racist because perfection is the enemy of progress, and progress got away from race. Cricket, how high are you, dude?
The answer's probably yes.
You come swinging for the fences about the arrow, whatever, the frickamadog. Then you talk about Yellowstone global warming. Now you're talking about perfectionism and how it's counterintuitive to racism. What pack are you smoking? Because I feel like you're smoking the Dracula Flow pack, but like on that philosophical tinge, you know? Like I'm half expecting you to write down Rome wasn't built in the day, but this Glock was. Hand over the fucking fentanyl. No, officer, it's high. How are you? Yeah, you are high.
Now paint some
I'm getting
Warhammer
such
while high.
whiplash. Oh, dude, I've painted Warhammer while drunk, and it worked out pretty well. Granted, I wasn't like fucking wasted, but I was definitely drunk.
Did it turn out better than your normal paint jobs? I would like to know for future reference.
No, it did not change that at all. I definitely didn't care as much about certain details, but my hand was, I think, a little steadier. Just for like some of like the little nitpicky parts. But I painted a Votan guy, and for those who don't know, Votan are.
Oh wait, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this stream. You were incredibly drunk. It was funny.
No, I did this not at a stream. This was like I got home from like a party event thing.
Well, you were drunk one time on stream, and it was hilarious.
Yes, it was. It was. I partially blame that as for why Jack Ma has not come back into the hangout on stream.
I don't think it's that.
Yeah, they did talk about it. And gave it $20. I'm half expecting like, chat. This is mainly to Cricket's talking the most. I'm pulling such whiplash. I'm pulling G's that would make an astronaut puke right now. From all the random tangential shit, like I feel like a dulcet, boring tone of consistency compared to this ADHD. But yeah, I did get really drunk that one time. I didn't paint, but I hung out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be working on some Ferris Manus. I'm gonna be painting his head.
I got really drink. And the unknown location. Survive until June 8th.
What happens June 8th, Cricket? Pray tell. You have our interest. The bet. Cricket, stop quoting your motivational kitty hanging off of a tree poster. What is happening June 8th? Don't Nostradamus us and just walk away. That's very impolite. Drink some water, Cricket. I think you need to drink some
The
water.
inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Enigma balls. Gotta be real careful with that one.
Yeah, you had to be real careful with that one.
June 8th, Ultra Kill Fraud Layer teaser, the death of Arc. Okay, now you're just quoting history. You silly goose. We find Jimbo James. Who the fuck is Jimbo James, Charles?
I don't even know
What
what the
about
fuck is
June?
going on.
I don't know. We're gonna celebrate my birthday.
Okay.
Because chat knows that's my birth month. Because Handy revealed to everyone, "Hey, Senor Bardo, birthday." I'm like, "Hello." You should read the Bible for. What the hell?
Have any tabletop
Tabletop
RTB Rex sticking my toes into that realm? Wrath and Glory.
Okay, so Wrath and Glory is fun. D&D is fun. GURPS is a lot, but if you have someone who knows GURPS, it's fun. I've played
The
that.
fuck is GURPS?
It's the generic user role-playing system.
Oh.
You know the joke of I cast magic missile on the darkness?
Yes.
GURPS, more likely than not, had some type of expansion pack called the Darkness. It's a meme you like, fair enough. D&D something Portland Orks. Yeah, the art style and stuff is cringe and lame, but the 5.5 stuff isn't a big... What the hell? Cricket, you are drunk as a motherfucker. My god. But the rule set is solid. Just, like, get it used or do whatever. Like, it's your own money, your own life. I'm not gonna judge you guys. Just know that Wizards of the Coast is kind of crap right now.
Oh yeah, people
And
still
they
don't like
deserve
your I'm still getting comments on the video about your evaluation of Magic the Gathering and D&D.
It's almost like I laid out every individual little piece for them to regard or disregard to personal taste.
A lot of them are like,
I
oh, you
don't-
just get the rules online for free, blah, blah, blah.
You can get the sample rules online for free.
They're talking about the Yarhar route.
Yeah, I know, but like it's like at that point that's just the equivalent of just 3D print an army.
Yep.
Like, okay, well that wasn't one of the options. Igboard Wizard of the Coast Shield. No, I fucking hate it. Fallout originally was going to be from GURPS, but because they had a couple of feats that you could take, or perks that you could take, that were about murdering younglings and or women carrying younglings, GURPS said nope, and then they had to make their own system based off of GURPS. I don't think you should have what Cricket is having, because Cricket's been eating paper for 3 hours. Twitter lied to you, David, and you don't even use Twitter, so I know you're lying.
Twitter lying? What? No. Twitter would never lie because all those people are on Blue Sky now.
Yeah. Until they come back.
They always do.
Yes, Cricket. Yes, you did. And I don't believe you.
Leave nothing like the Jedi. I see through the lies of the Jedi.
Oh god, David. Yeah, like with the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir. Yeah.
Hello.
So Ultron, guys.
Is he out now?
Yes, he's out.
Yes,
He
and
seems a
he's
bit
so
underwhelming. He feels a bit underwhelming.
a little
Damn.
bit, a little bit. Like honestly speaking, I won't lie. If it wasn't for the Iron Man team up, he probably would be a little underwhelming.
He is without the Iron Man team up. Literally, the Iron Man team up is what unlocks its full potential.
Fair enough.
In a way, yeah, but like I've managed without it. It's not that bad.
His healing is kind of ass though.
For those who don't know, Ultron's healing is literally just a bubble that you can put around somebody, and you either A, have to stick with that person, or B, you can swap it to somebody else if they need it. So pretty much and that's the only healing he does. Good thing is that it's consistent healing, so if you have another healer, a burst healer on your team, then that person's probably going to stay alive, especially if they're a tank.
All I know is that I am going to hate competitive play now because triple healer is making a comeback.
And one of them's a flyer.
Well, no, it's just that I hate triple healer.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, like Ultron is more DPS than healer.
Yes, but still, it's triple healer. That amount of healing helps a lot, and it's still annoying as hell, even though he is more of a DPS. Yeah.
Because you could run like a Penny, a Hela, a Penny, Hela, and Iron Man, and then for the healers you can run Rocket, Loki, and Ultron.
Well, that's not what it is. Mostly people are using Luna.
Oh, dude, Luna and Hawkeye's new team up is crazy.
Yeah, it goes through walls. It's dumb.
Yeah, like the fact that the ice.
What's up, Worchman?
Hello, Worksman. Welcome back.
At that point, you don't even need a name bot. You just need to know the general direction of an enemy and just fire your ice arrow and be like, "Did I hit him? Yes. All right, cool."
That's called wall hacks.
Well, no, it's like obviously you'll peek around the corner to see where they're at and aim in that general direction.
They're probably gonna change that because that is a bit of a problem. Hello, Elio.
No, yeah, 100%. I do believe that at least with the ice arrow ability, it has to be line of sight, and no objects have to be between you and the arrow. Because the fact that you can just shoot that through a wall is crazy.
Yes.
I guess the wall doesn't count as an object then in this case.
Nope. For some reason it does not. For the first time today, I didn't think I would see this team up. I saw a Jeff NATO with the Human Torch and Storm team up, all three of those together.
My goodness.
Yeah,
it gets even crazier when
just,
you have Venom also.
oh my god, Venom. Well, I mean, the thing is that you can't really combine the ult of Venom with those three. Like you can like beef up Storm's ult with Jeff and Human Torch, which is crazy. Just imagine a flaming fire tornado with Jeff swallowing everybody.
Guess who lost the second tournament? You
almost made sense.
Fire.
Damn.
Oh god, a flaming Jeff NATO. I just realized the name of that.
Yes, I am a mod for Arthur Bones.
Arthur Bones?
Warhammer YouTuber. Warhammer lore YouTuber. In his server, the Bone Zone.
The Bone Zone.
Oh yeah, it's funny. He wanted to for when GamerSub said, "Hey, what do you want your promo code to be?" He said, "Can it be boners?" They said no. That was the first thing he wanted to be his promo. That was what he wanted his promo code to be, and they said no.
Gotta be Bone Zone.
It is Bone Zone.
Nice.
It would have been great, funny if it was gonna be boners, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
My ability to lose everything is unparalleled.
Okay, so we're gonna do something fun here.
What is that?
So I've turned off my noise gate, and I've cranked up the gain. How do I sound?
Fine.
You sound normal.
Okay, let's go through some further things. So I'm gonna do something funny. Okay, no suppression.
What are you gonna do?
Auto imp. Don't fucking worry about it.
Ah,
A
nice.
nice, refreshing Sprite.
Is it actually a Sprite?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever
It's
had a
a-
model that you really wanted but you couldn't find it or it's expensive? The 1995 Terminator Chaplin is the model I'm having trouble with. Yeah, good luck finding that.
Surprisingly, this is not a Russian Badger reference. This is an ongoing.
What?
He did the soundboard thing.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
No,
It was very subtle.
Yeah, I heard it now.
And no, it is not a Russian Badger reference, as Ickbart said. It is a reference to a podcast where, what was it again, Ickbart?
Flash gets
It
in
was
the
the-
meat canyon.
We're not letting that through, Cricket. It was they're called like their podcast is like the Cream Crew, the Ice Cream Crew.
And they did a whole segment, like it's like a 2 minute and something segment where they just talked the way Ickbart talked about the Quiff Beef Bite, about like autists making the nuclear bombs or
And
something.
nearly destroyed the world.
Yeah. What was the message that they sent about what meat? The meat canyon guy?
Huh?
Oh.
You said you weren't gonna let something through.
No, it was a random. It was a thing unrelated to everything going on.
You're not a mod, so don't worry about it.
I'm just sitting in the peanut gallery.
Yes.
Indeed. Do you like peanut coladas?
I'm the peanut. I'm the member of the peanut gallery that's just on stage. just being
Go,
here.
I'm a goofy
Oh, Elmo,
goober,
how
yeah.
you doing?
Oh.
I also played Night Rain, and Night Rain was fun.
I did too. I already beat the first boss with my friends.
I beat it with my friend too.
Oh wait, we beat the first boss and we also beat the second one, the Gaping Maw. The
Spoilers?
second boss was easier than the first boss.
Spoilers.
What?
Spoilers. We haven't gone to the second expedition. We're grinding the first one.
It literally says what it is. The second expedition. What's the name of the boss?
Spoiler. No, I'm just kidding. I did also unlock the 2 other characters as well, which I gave the pocket watch to the Duchess and then the Revenants.
I still haven't gotten the Revenant bitch. How do you get her?
So do you know where the pot dude is, right? The guy that sells you stuff?
Yes.
At the very bottom, he has something called the varnished or tarnished portrait or something. You buy that, and then you where the round table hold is, where you usually go to meet Godfrey or whatever his name
Oh,
was.
so you're supposed to buy the thing and then you... Okay, I never bought that. That's why.
Yeah, you buy the thing and then you talk to the ghost lady and then you fight her.
You kiss her?
No.
I want a refund.
She joins your team because she vows revenge on you. Classic harem anime trope where like you beat the girl and then you just spare her life and she's like, I'm gonna join your team, but only so I can kill you myself later.
The
In my-
Janie-
Janie, what do you mean I'm worse than Satan? With the regards to owning Dorns. Is it because they're a good data sheet profile with a big fun damage 3 gun?
I'm guessing he's having PTSD because he got raffle stomped by some Rogodorns recently.
I'm curious about what the terrain setup was for him then. Okay, Jamie, I get it now. I get it. So I'm Satan
Goon
for
Lord on
owning
Goon Throne.
Rogodorns, but because I'm using them for competitive it makes it okay. Got it. Okay.
I'm not
Call
gonna
me
lie.
Mark Simpson because I love you, homie. Hell yeah.
Not gonna lie. If I actually did play Warhammer, I'd probably like do something really nasty, like use that in casual.
Nah, there's the thing. They've been kind of pushing away from casual, and people like me have been shouting from the rooftops that you can play casually. What's up, Iron? And to the credit of the GW, in this new mission pack coming out, they are explicitly stating, hey, here's the way you could play it casually. Here's the way to play it competitively. When they don't say my unhidden messages because I'm off topic. No, it's not because you're off topic. It's because they're nonsensical. And when other people have things that we're bouncing off of in dialogue and such, I try to bring it in where I can because there's fun banter from it. But it's not because you're off topic. You could be saying something about Warhammer on topic, and if it's totally nonsensical, I'm gonna ignore it until I can bring it back into the flow of the conversation, because we gotta get them retention beats, baby!
You ever think the fact that the Eldar are the only other Xeno faction besides the Tau to get a video game themselves? What are you talking about? Orks got a game. They got 2 games.
They got 2 games to themselves.
Yeah. The hell are you talking about?
So I got a question now that we brought that up. Would you guys love to play an art? I don't know if there's one that already exists, but would you guys actually be down? Like, would you guys be down to like purchase a Warhammer game that plays like Halo Wars but has different factions?
That already exists.
It does. Oh,
It's called Dawn of War, buddy.
Again, I don't know. I'm not that into the Warhammer community.
It's called Dawn of War and Total Warhammer.
The only games that I know is Space Marine, Space Marine 2, and what was the one that Russian Badger made a video on? Deathwing?
Yeah, definitely.
Deathwing, yeah.
Yeah, those.
Love Deathwing.
Those are the only 3 that I know.
We gotta play.
Also made a video on Dark Tide.
Did you say Destiny?
Dark Tide.
Oh, Death. Okay.
Is 2 Vindicator and 1 40k list overkill, or should I go 3 for 3? Honestly, Vindicators are really good, but they're just really good. They're really cool. I highly recommend them. I like them a lot for a multitude of reasons.
Space Marine armor class will be, it's not an update. So far we have Terminator, Centurion, Gravis, Phobos, and Tacticus. What do you think will be next? No idea.
If the rumors are true, it's gonna be that whatever the next step is for like the Terminators.
I think I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name.
Yeah, David was talking about them. Me and 7 Chaos Vindicators. Vindicators are cool. They have a cool cannon. They have one of my favorite cannons. They had to nerf it in the guard because they're just so strong at that points value, and then had to buff everyone else because of it.
I was gonna make a smart ass fucking Terminator joke by saying the next evolution is Skynet.
Not incorrect.
We're already getting there in real life, though.
I actually showed my grandma the fucking trailer video of like the Tesla bots that are able to like bring in your groceries and shit, and she's just like, how much does those cost?
Yes, Jamie, Guard have Vindicators. They are Demolisher cannons, and they are D6 plus 1 instead of D6 plus 3.
Okay, it's one side done.
The Chode gun. Fair enough, Ghost. Fair enough. By the way, Ghost, how have you been? I haven't caught up with you in a hot minute.
My favorite type of gun on my tanks.
The Chode
Bro,
Why did Chode get censored for Jamie but not for Ghost? This is
I don't
some
know.
anti-Irish stuff going on, man.
I don't know. It's funny though.
Woody invented the Chode gun? I did not. I did not know that.
I didn't know that the auto chat bots can fucking discriminate.
That's funny.
Uh,
The racismo.
That's why they have him on the demon engine. Okay, fair enough.
I mean the Plague Burst Crawler.
Labor Crawler doesn't. If it's a chode gun, it's a redesigned one because the Vindicator Demolisher Cannon barrel is a 24-inch range gun, and that's like a big artillery piece.
I think he means by the short, stumpy barrel.
I still love it that in World of Tanks you can get Titus
Tiger.
you can get Titus as the commander for the Lehman Russ. And in my head I'm just like, can Titus even fit inside the Lehman Russ?
No.
Oh, it got chaosified and turned into something different. Okay, that tracks.
Well, unfortunately, somehow World of Tanks said, "Yep, Titus can fit inside a Lehman Russ."
I mean, he can. It just won't be comfy.
You know what I pictured now? I pictured Titus is like inside the Lehman Russ, but he's like sitting on it like the kids do with those rides outside of like convenience stores.
Stickers are fun to paint, but at the same time they were a pain in the ass.
Damn it. I was hoping for Ickbar to say his line.
Yeah. I was writing a response to a friend, so my brain was occupied. And yeah, Ghost, I know Space Marines are technically tanks, but you know.
Yeah. What is this music, by the way? This is royalty-free music. I don't remember. I'd have to check the name.
Silver, are you in the Navy?
Our non-recruitment videos are better than our recruitment videos.
Oh yeah, Iron Brother. I know those stats by heart because the guard have them too.
Hey,
Not even
okay,
18.
so I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some dinner. I have pizza waiting for me.
Hells yeah. Just when you say our recruitment videos and such, it implies that you're a part of the whole shebangary. And that was my curiosity. Ick, you're doing amazing. Finally started painting your Chaos Army, posted in first progress. Chaos Boy in the progress chat on the Discord. Hell yeah, let's go take a look at that. Glad you've been doing amazing, my dude. I'm happy for you.
Oh, God.
Take a looky-loo. Looking for the Ghostzilla. The Zilla or the Ghost. Talking like the U.S. military as a whole. Got it. Alright, Ghost, I'm gonna keep scrolling until I find it. Unless you changed your name on the Discord. I'm pretty sure I've missed it now. Time to start typing. Ghostzilla. Okay, here it goes. 5 days ago. Holy shit, are you doing Iron Warriors?
Iron Warriors, Ickbard's gonna have to disown you.
I get you, Silver. I understand where you're coming from grammatically. No, it's still Ghost. I have a Megazord as your profile. Yes, doing Iron Warriors. Well, nobody can be perfect.
Except for Custodes, those are perfect. They're perfect.
Sure. Perfectly died to a Harlequin. Silver, don't worry. You're okay. It's fine.
There's a joke I want to make, but I'm not gonna.
Uh-huh. What is the female custodian on guard that day? That's why they died to the Harlequin?
The fuck, man?
I'm just trying to read your mind. I got you, Emil. I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I need to take this moment to say, no, I am not a misogynist. I like funny jokes. Besides in the lore. Yeah, clowned on. Yeah, Emil, I get it. God damn it. Emil's hyping themselves up. That's hilarious. That's debatable, ick. I don't know, man. I feel like people debate things for the sake of debating things, so like...
Pineapple on pizza.
I don't care for it. Which faction has the bigger peener in 40k?
The fuck?
Oh, God. The Imperial Navy. Time guy, why we're gonna be what do you dislike about the Iron Warriors? I'm an Imperial Fist guy, so it's more about the memes. I can dig that lore, Ghost. I can dig it. So the question, what would be better army on parade setting? Istan 3, World Eaters with Angron, or Emperor's Children concert with a Kiss-themed fulcrum as the centerpiece? Kiss-themed fulcrum all the way, baby! Does the Imperium have a Coast Guard? Yes, they're the Planetary Defense Force.
Yep. Kind of like the
What's up,
EDF.
Tony? The EDF deploys.
Still pissed that I can't play Earth Defense Force 6. Or is it 5? I don't remember which
Dang.
one they're on. This fucking
6.
Epic Game Store. Fuck you, EG Epic Game Store.
Answer the PP gets Iron Hands because they can upgrade it. I don't know, man. I feel like AdMech take it with those Castellan robots. I'll be back in a minute or 3. I got to take care of the stew.
Yeah. God damn it, it's just, I hate checkers get so annoying when you get to a small corner. You make worst human faction. Some people, those is fighting words. I guess the AdMech Stilt Boy. I still have to get one of those and make a joke mini out of it. Keep forgetting to do that. Gotta cut the stilts it's on and make it have bigger stilts. Make it be as tall as a Warlord Titan. I'm gonna have 3 better than Kit Bash in my head. I'm considering buying a 3rd at Abaddon. Is it just gonna be a normal Abaddon? Me, but with 7 Inquisitors. 7? I thought you had more than that. Funny concert will be next year's Army on Parade. Okay. Well, they're the same but different Cotias models. What are you talking about? That's not Cotias. That's Captain Underpants. Yeah, what are you you talking about? That ain't coat. He has its Captain Underpants. Time and effort into the current project to finish one model, I don't know. I'm gonna paint him up with iron words, still play him as Ab and still consider him Abby. Okay. Damn, this is so much work. Get this white to go through nicely. I want to take a couple thin coats. Warning with hard note. 57, 60 points of kill teams. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, did you order that new Inquisitor guy? That everyone was saying would look like that one guy in real life. The Necromunda Inquisitor. Wasn't he Inquisitor or was he Ecclesiarchy? I don't remember. No, because Canada is in a real place and can't get Warhammer Plus. That dude wasn't a Warhammer Plus miniature though, I believe. That guy was like just a normal Warhammer miniature you can only get through Forge World. New Inquisitor is 100% Warhammer Plus. I think we're both thinking of different minis. Let me check. I'm gonna check on the GDub's website. Games, Necromunda, Ball. So many Necromunda miniatures, Jesus Christ. I also need to stand up and stretch too after I find the guy.
I am back.
Do you remember that one Inquisitor guy that we said looked like that one priest guy in real life?
What?
That one with the big weird hat and he's got a book and he's on a huge tactical rock.
Maybe I'm gonna logo. I overheard the Warhammer Plus stuff, so I'm checking on my Warhammer Plus right now.
Nope, he's Warhammer Plus. Really?
Current, let me take a print screen of the. This is a different. What Emil has right here is the. What he has posted in the Shield Captain chat is what he was talking about. It does not look like what you were talking about.
No, I'm not talking about that guy.
Do y'all play extraction shooters? I do not.
No. What's that guy in the guy that I'm thinking about in Necromunda one? I don't remember. Let me do a filter for
Where am I?
resin.
Because he's my free.
Found him! Prophet of Redemption. That guy. This guy, I'm posting him in Shield Captain chat too. This guy.
Okay.
This is what I'm talking
Oh
about.
shit. Fuck, he looks cool.
I'm back.
Hello, Fire. How you doing?
Welcome
Welcome back. Back from the hospital. What happened?
Jesus. Oh, that's right.
Christ,
He,
it's
his
Jason Bourne.
pancreas, his appendix exploded.
Oh.
Well, if you got that checked out fast enough, you should be fine.
Yeah, he got it all taken care of.
Good job.
Well, I mean, if he didn't, he probably wouldn't be here.
You're not wrong.
Did not explode, it was inflamed severely. Oh, okay.
But the way we said it made it seem so much cooler. Like it made you like a cool guy, you know? So we'll
The
stick to
Redeemer
story
from that
where-
crazy 90s home got a modern model and therefore still canon. I don't know what model you're talking about.
I don't know why you saying Mauler just makes me think of that one weapon from Halo.
Good. It's a good thing.
Damn shame they never made any sequels after Halo 3.
Reach was
What are you
good.
talking about? They made the best ones.
I said after Halo 3, those were, I said sequels, not prequels.
Exactly. No, exactly. They made some really awesome best Halo games. Halos 4, 5, and Infinite.
You shut the fuck up.
The man be playing
Guys-
with fire.
Guys, I cannot recommend that game enough to y'all. It's such an amazing game.
Lying is a sin.
I'll just get him a warm orange soda.
Warm orange soda. Joke's on you. I have an actual soda next to me. And it's ice cold.
Warm soda be upon ye.
Whoa. Worm soda be upon ye.
Damn, man. We have successfully defended Super
Oh yeah, and I
Earth.
checked
Yay.
up on Inferno Plus too, and apparently he actually is still doing Halo mod stuff. He actually remade some of his old mods from like decades ago.
Nice.
The Illuminate invasion has been pushed back, and now we have to dive against bugs and machines again.
Everyone getting angry at the bug divers too.
I know,
Yeah, it's
right?
almost like they have the freedom to play the game they want to, you know?
Yeah, but it was major orders is the issue, so people were pissed.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Honestly speaking, if it wasn't like for the fact that like I was very busy, I'd probably be diving for bugs too. I like fighting the bugs.
See, you're a democracy officer.
Good day.
What's wrong? I thought I was still fighting for Super Earth, but you're not defending Super Earth.
And it's funny because everyone was simping for the Seaf girl. They
Oh,
put
yeah,
out
the-
for a
yeah,
major
'Cause
order
she looks
thing.
like the Halo Reach person.
I know they put out a thing for the thing saying major orders and expedited like of the breeding certificate thing has been
Yeah,
issued
including
if this major order gets completed. Thank you for the hydrate.
Thank you for the reminder about the Warhammer Plus miniature thing, though.
What?
Get mine right now.
Which one are you getting?
The Inquisitors.
Oh, you didn't want the cool Vindicare assassin?
That was year one exclusive.
Oh, you can't get it anymore?
Yes, they are limited times.
Well, that's stupid.
No, they're made explicitly for people who buy the annual.
Well, I got lucky then.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Hooray, finding one on eBay for not ridiculous price.
Scalpers.
No, it's just people that
Make sure
didn't
your
want the
favorite
miniature.
Warhammer streamer is healthy. Fair enough, Silver.
Yeah.
The problem with the railgun thing was we didn't know how to not destroy our own shit when firing it.
Well, no, it's just they naturally destroy themselves when it gets fired.
You
Yes.
literally cannot subscribe to Warhammer Plus in Canada land. Fucking based. Another $1 trillion to Warhammer.
Speaking of Warhammer and money, did you guys hear that Warhammer gave a fucking 21?
They do that every
million
year.
The bonus thing, bro. That's an $8,000 bonus to checks to the Warhammer like devs or the Warhammer.
Yeah.
Like, that's
So
a
people
lot of
in
money.
their offices in Nottingham, yeah. I'm sorry that happened
Bro,
to you, Ghost. That's never fun.
To me, when I saw that, I was like, "That's crazy. Like, that's dope and crazy. It's crazy. Like I can't wrap my hand around it, but it's awesome." You see, this is what happens when you actually treat your employees like employees.
And treat your fans like
£8,000,
dirt.
not dollars. So it is like a little bit more.
Okay, even more. That's even better. Meanwhile, AAA studios in America are hiring like 2,000 fucking people at a time.
For
Like,
a
literally
2-hour credit sequence.
Yep.
And then firing a bunch of people later on.
Yep. I think we've already talked about this on your stream, but I'm one of those people that's just like, why do they keep hiring like short-term contractors for long-term solutions? Like, or sorry, it's the other way around. They hire long-term employees for short-term solutions, and it's like, why are you doing this? Why do you hate yourselves? These are all just lawsuits waiting to happen.
I mean, they're billion-dollar companies. They deserve to get clowned on.
I don't know. I feel like certain companies, yes. Others, it depends. Like for example, I do feel like I do agree with you, Handy, in the sense for Warhammer, where I feel like maybe Warhammer can be a little lenient on their prices. Like I do agree with you on that
A
one.
little lenient, like a whole lot lenient. Fucking
A
BattleTech is
little.
way cheaper. And they give you more for less.
Little lenient. But I digress. Well, but no, yeah. So again, I do agree to a level that they should be more lenient on their pricing. But at the same time, they're one of the few companies that I've seen so far that actually treat their employees like actual like employees and actually give them.
Here's the thing, working in a Warhammer store actually sucks.
I mean, it might suck, but at least they're getting paid well. well. I mean, how many companies actually like provide fucking $8,000 bonuses or more? Not many.
God damn it, I fucked up the paint job. Fuck. Wrong way, son of a bitch. Oops.
if it stays quiet for
Oh, but
another
the
20
bonuses
seconds,
make up, yeah.
There it is.
What?
I was chopping up potatoes and then it started getting quiet, so I stopped chopping potatoes to come over here to warn you. Chopping potatoes.
It's also reading
bitches.
chat too, okay.
It stays quiet for more than 30 seconds. I'm gonna say some out of pocket shit. Never get tired of hearing that from Mick Bird.
Okay, so I just gotta grab this and then paint in between the borders. I think after I do the checker marks, then I gotta decide what I'm gonna paint from there is the next question.
Yes is the answer.
Hello, Luke Goblin. How you doing? Welcome. About a Doom Guy 13mm mini. Nice. When do you up in commissions again? Probably after I finish moving now. Because I do not want to take up commissions while I'm in the process of a move. So, yeah. Once I get all settled in after my move, then I'll probably get a PO box and start opening up commissions for stuff.
Nice.
You have to open up a commissions channel in the Discord, I guess, too, eventually.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Makes it
Well, it's
easier
also-
for the, oh, go ahead.
Well, it makes it easier for me, because then what I can do is I can do them all based on the order that people ask them, so then people know when their commission is coming up when I work on it. Warp Spider, oh. Yeah. I will be doing commissions in the future. Yeah. It is the Bane Blade. Yes. I also gotta paint that in some more too. I just realized. Oh, I forgot about that. Gotta paint that in a bit more. Carefully, I now have to widen the square too, so that way it matches up. Right now, the middle square does not match up with everything else. I've got to carefully make it wider. There we go. Are you looking better? It'll make this bit smaller now, and then I have to add a bit of white to this cube right here. Dawn of War 2 codes will continue until the stream improves. Just like strangely watching things I can't afford. Well, you can afford them if you look on eBay hard enough and also go to Troll Trader. So if you don't mind taking old miniatures and stripping them of paint, you can get into Warhammer for actually fairly cheap.
He's right, you know.
Of course I'm right. It's not like I made a video on it. And then the next video proceeded to tell people that constantly say get a 3D printer to shut up. And I think it just fucked it up. God damn it.
Finished chopping up the potatoes.
Good job.
Thank you, thank you.
And just slowly but surely refining the checker squares.
And not descending into madness.
Yes. Because I have gotten
Got it.
good at it.
We'll stick with new and sprue. Fair enough, Tony. They do have
Yeah.
new and sprue for filter on Troll Trader.
Yep. And they're actually cheaper too. Because they don't have the box.
Yeah.
It's the weird thing. Warhammer is more expensive if you actually have the box. Even if it's used.
Yeah,
that's
Rickard, are
very
you
odd.
free this Sunday?
No. Sundays are my Warhammer day and go out to dinner with my dad.
Oh,
Why?
well, let's I was gonna ask if you wanted to play some Marvel Rivals.
I was wondering if we're going to do that again.
Yeah.
I mean, the new season
Feels
did
like-
start.
Yeah, and I was just like, because like I've been actually meaning to ask you about playing Marvel Rivals, but so much shit happened in the past like 1 or 2 weeks that I'm just bone dry tired.
I dig it.
Because recently I don't know if I mentioned this in the in the past, but like week or two, but I did recently get like an extra $1 to my pay raise. I got more
Yeah, you
hours.
mentioned it last stream. Nick Bard wasn't here for that.
Yeah. So I've been working my butt off to make sure that like I show that I earned that, because of obviously I did earn that because I do outperform mostly everybody where I work at. Which is also why they don't like me. At least my other coworkers. My boss is lovely. Everyone else hates me. Mole wizard.
I get you.
So, but now that like all that's kind of over and done with, I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm gonna have like a regular schedule. Hopefully, it's consistent enough for me to just start. And here's another thing. So, they told me that after like 1 or 2 weeks, they're gonna start adding those new hours into my schedule. And I also realized that that means I might not have as many days off as I usually do, and that means I might have to double up on both streaming and streaming on top of the days that I work. So let's say if I
Careful,
work,
that's how you burn yourself out.
I mean, it's either I do that or just quit streaming in general, because that I'm not gonna have the time to stream, work, and edit on just like days off. I will try to mitigate it. Like I'll try to min-max it so I don't stream often, because usually I stream like 3 times a week. So I'll try to like not overdo it if I can.
Yeah, I get you.
Black paint instead of white paint. We need a goblin army. It's 40k and that's
Goblin
just
these nuts.
orcs.
Damn it, Ekbard. Why must you be like this?
Because I bounced when I was born.
And we're adults, we pay taxes, allegedly.
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 Oh my god, these last checker marks are just driving me insane now. These last two checker marks.
I need these lockpicks.
It's the greatest risk now. Nick, do you like Cargarodon Overlords? Yeah, they look really fucking cool. I'm gonna have some of them printed to be my caster kitten for my squad card.
Good. How does that look? What the? Looks so weird.
My squat guard. I run an Imperial Guard army of dwarves. So they're my squat guard. I made this army before Votan were announced, and I use Warhammer Fantasy Battle Chaos Dwarves as my guardsmen. So whenever I add a new unit to my army, if it's not a vehicle, I need to make it dwarf-like. The only reason I don't have an Ursula Creed is because I don't know where I can find a bearded woman. That's actually going to be appropriate scale and such.
Green stuff, baby.
It literally got
make a
thrown
full
off.
video about your squad guard. Maybe.
I literally got thrown off when Nick Bard just said bearded woman. And I'm like, what?
Yep. I mean, if you go into Tolkien lore, which a lot of fantasy is based off of, the women who were dwarves also had beards, but they had finer, wispier beards of more like a silk than the dwarven beards, which were, gonna survive a hurricane.
Yes.
I still got to record the Ordo Historia episode still. That for sure takes precedence over it going over my squat guard. But I appreciate the enthusiasm. I do not take that lightly.
God damn, this is going.
A little tall tale notification pops up. Nick Bard will remember that.
Telltale, yeah.
You make videos, Ick?
Allegedly. I feel like it, when life isn't stupid, when people stop reminding me that I make videos.
You showed enthusiasm to Igbard. Igbard will remember. Igbard likes that.
Yes. I love that Chaos Dwarves have really big hats, absolutely they are baddies. Hell yeah. Let's see. Goblin, we already answered that, if the answer to your question about if you should get a goblin army is goblin these nuts, I think that's the best answer you can get. I've been a Nick Bard fan before he was cool. That is true, David. That is true.
Wow, what a hipster.
Silver, almost a year.
Jeez, David, what a hipster, wow.
Yeah, bro. Way to be a hipster, bro. Way to ruin it for everybody.
Time guy. God damn it.
Dang it.
Considering the average human is above 6 feet now, sure. Like Nagash, he has the biggest hat and is the most evil person in Warhammer. Says the guy who's gotten an allowance from every month. I don't know who that's targeted to, David, but yeah, you tell him, I guess.
An allowance every month. I think that was aimed at Handy. Considering that, isn't that how long it takes for like a YouTube or a Twitch payout to go to, like every other month?
Got it. Big hat equal evil. Hell yeah, Ghost.
Just like if evil, why
Hope
hot?
doesn't. The Pope doesn't want you to know this.
Oh,
but
this.
they have the big hat.
Mm.
Nice, you're working on that Hounds of Mordecai. Congrats. How about I say it properly? Hounds of Mordecai. There we go.
I am today years old and I found out that good old Roach King, Asmongold, used to live off of 12K a year.
Yes. His house is very emblematic of that.
And then when he explained how he did it, I was just like, you know what? I'm not surprised if you do in fact cut back spending on unnecessary things, you can in fact survive on like 10 to 12K a month. But
a month?
No, sorry, a month. A year.
Yeah, I get that. However, your soul is dead. Sure, let's hear a fun fact about Papal Tira.
People, what now?
I don't know. They just said Papal Tira, and I'm going along with it.
Oh, that. Thank you, Luke Goblin, for the YouTube subscribe.
David, what do you mean handy cut back on shoes?
Back on
I only have one pair of shoes. That makes no sense.
Tiara. The Papal Tiara.
Oh.
Sure, it is with it, Silver.
Motherfucker, I can still walk. I have feet, they work.
So David, and I won't speak for Handy here, but I'll be more than happy for him to correct me. Reminding someone of an impending reality of their everyday life may not be the nicest thing to do. At least that's the way it seems to me.
Thank you for the gift sub, David.
That's a nice fact, Silver. Thank you. You play Space Sharks because you like the lore. I play Space Sharks because I like Bionicle. We are not the same. Going in based takes.
I apologize.
Oh. Well, now you gotta give Handy some cheese. Throw a slice of cheese at him.
He's not a woman. He won't be fascinated by it.
Or a baby, when you throw a slice of cheese at their head, won't stop talking.
I thought it makes them cry.
No.
No,
apparently it doesn't.
It reboots their brain is what happens.
Yeah, because it's something that they didn't know would happen. Like, some random event that happened, and they're like, what the heck is this? And they forget what they were doing.
What is on my head? What is this? What's going on? Why can't
does
I
it smell so good? What do you? What is a dairy allergy even? Nom. God, imagine that's the way you find out your kid is allergic to dairy.
That'd be horrible.
Well, usually if you're allergic to dairy, isn't it if you eat it?
No
Thank
clue.
you, David, for the $5 when I meet Handy. LVO, I'll throw a slice of cheese on his face for science. I don't go to LVO.
Well, Handy, here's the thing.
Hmm.
Because we'll be living so close to each other, we could go to LVO together as buddies.
Yeah, but then you gotta fly out to Vegas.
And?
I don't like flying.
I'm gonna get you to go someday, and
Well,
you're gonna see how fun it is.
You do know there's like a major tournament in Florida too, right?
Yes, but it's not LVO where all the friends get together.
I told you, if I ever get invited to LVO, I'll go.
I'm inviting you!
Not making it so you don't have to pay.
Say that last part again, sorry.
So you don't have to pay, because they would give me tickets. So you wouldn't have to pay for your ticket or my ticket.
Let me be friends with you, damn it.
I'm already friends with you, and I'm trying to get you free tickets so you spend more money on Warhammer when we go. If we were to go.
I understand that, but I also want you to be able to meet my friends in the YouTube sphere, hang out, have fun. Go drinking, go to Hooters and drink
I don't know about the
beers.
drinking part.
That's true. You do get EP.
Yes.
The wings at Hooters are fucking awesome, though.
Isn't Hooters closing down though because they went bankrupt?
There's like a million different types of bankruptcy. This is we're restructuring bankruptcy, I believe. Same as Red Lobster,
Doesn't that just mean they're downsizing?
basically. Hell yeah, David, we'll do it. It'll be awesome. Take Handy to Heart Attack Grill.
Heh.
I did not get to go the last time I went. So for those who don't know, Heart Attack Grill is a gimmick restaurant in Vegas where if you weigh a certain amount, you get to eat for free. And obscenely beautiful women in revealing like nurse outfits deliver your meals to you.
So where is this again?
Vegas, buddy.
Why am I not surprised?
It sucks to her climate so good for him. You mean like how I say I can eat whatever the heck I want?
When it comes to Lent, yeah.
Well, that's because I kind of need to, because I need calories.
True.
It's my body's constantly burning them.
No, Abyssine, it's like if you're like 400 pounds or more, you get to eat free at the Heart Attack Grill.
In other words, if you are at risk at literally dying of a heart attack, you eat for free, and then you also have to sign a waiver.
Yep. That's the Heart
Basically
Attack
saying-
Grill.
Yep, they basically are saying, "Oh yeah, you could totally eat for free. Just if you do end up, kicking the bucket while eating, you can't sue us."
Yeah. That's the fun thing about waivers. It doesn't matter if the waiver is signed or not. A bullshit waiver does not stand muster.
Does not stand a mustard.
You can, if you die at the grill, you can have your urn in the restaurant.
That's awesome. So this guy died doing what he loved, eating.
Welcome to Sin City.
What happens if they ever shut down though? Then your urn just gets tossed out.
Probably.
I hope those guys keep a record of where like all those people's families are at, so they can send those urns out.
Yeah, you know they aren't. That's not happening.
Oh.
I can have a little faith in them.
No, they're there to make money.
Handy, I'm trying to look at things at the positive side, right? Granted, these people are basically, saying that, if you die at our grill, it's not our fault. But free food.
Imagine dying at the macaroni grill. How embarrassing would that be?
Oh man. Or the cheesecake or the cheesecake factory.
You get put into the cheesecake. Okay, gentlemen, this is a question for all of you now. You
What's
die. You die at the cheesecake factory. What cheesecake are you being put in?
Plain cheesecake.
Plain cheesecake, okay. Rev, what about you?
Can I be put into a cheese fondue fountain?
No. Cheesecake. What cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory would you like to be put in after you die?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of I've never been there. I have no idea what the answer to that would be.
Yeah, there we go. There's the checker marks. Those
Super
look pretty
chose
good.
the one. Super chose the one that I wanted.
Okay.
Chocolate
The
Oreo
the
fudge.
Oreo fudge cheesecake.
David.
He knows what he likes. And it's
Okay,
women who
there-
don't have melanin.
There's the claw.
Oh,
Got the checker
okay.
marks on it now.
Hey, they aren't my words, they're his.
It's-
I'm just reporting
Wow.
the news. That's what you get for fucking calling me a vegan, by the way, David.
I'm just reporting news. It's fake news. It's fake. It's not real. It's not
What is the crime? Enjoying a meal, a succulent cheesecake meal for the white bitches? Get your hands off my cheesecake.
Where the hell is it? All I see is there it is. It's behind the bottle of apple juice.
Yes, apple juice.
A succulent white bitch.
So what's the charge? Enjoying a succulent white bitch. Get your hands off my snow bunny.
It's-
Fucking Christ. Y'all are so unhinged.
My guy, you had for one of the Marvel Rivals things, Snow Bunny team. That was one of
I
the-
know.
You have no room to talk.
You had me there to be full chili gremlin. I went full chili gremlin.
Bro, I have now that you said that, Handy, I have the name of another fucking like team name, but I can't say it on stream, nor can I put it on the wheel.
I know what team name it is, and I think it can be said. The Piper Perry team.
No, I'm gonna
Damn it.
I'm gonna DM it to you.
Okay, okay.
You DM it to me too.
Yep.
You can just put it in the chat, our chat.
No, don't do that.
No. This might be a little too much. Oh man.
All right. Get your hands off my snow bunny. Fucking kills me, dude.
There we go. Let me just Why did I do this? Why? There you go. Ignored.
You didn't message it to me. What the hell?
I'm sending it right now.
I don't get it.
Alright. Think of Magneto.
Oh God. No, God, no. I saw it and I'm like, oh God, no.
You should just call it a bun in the oven.
That could be taken. That could be multiple things. Would you just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
Thor?
double entendre.
But this one's a little more it's a little more feisty.
Why would you think I drink soy on the reg? Like, I'm.
Does our voice sound girly to you?
He's a girl, so you know I'm gonna misandry him. Get misogynized, girl. Am I doing it right, guys?
I don't know.
Okay. Back to the drawing board.
One Warhammer 40k faction. Which are you choosing? Tau.
Gene Stealer cult. They should just be folded into Tyranids.
Oh yeah, they're redundant. Yeah, Gene Stealer cults. What if they actually do that next edition since they did that in Death Watch? That'd be funny.
No clue.
Because now that you said that, that
Certainly,
actually makes a lot of sense. They should be rolled under Tyranids because they're like the pre-invasion force. And the music calls itself Wahoo. Turn it back up. Now I need to paint
Yippee.
all these. God damn it, there's a spot that got fucked up. Damn it.
Damn it, damn it, damn it.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, bitch. Done messed up, Aaron.
Now you done fucked up. Now you done fucked up.
Fucked up now.
What was that from, Handy? The
The-
now you.
That's from the whitest kids you know.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot, dude. That show was hilarious.
Yeah, and how Trevor Moore totally accidentally died, and definitely not on purpose.
Oh boy, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, he suspiciously, wow, let me try to say the word, suspiciously, fell off his, like, patio on the edge of a mountain.
God damn.
And died.
My anti-Eldar
like in that-
comments being censored, no.
If something's being censored, usually we respond to it, but not let it through. But you want Eldar race as race from the setting? Okay, yeah, fair enough. We've talked about Eldar rights. Let's talk about Eldar wrongs.
I don't know how to feel about the way that you said that.
What would that?
I have the feeling
The YouTube's scribbling the throwing program ain't working, so I gotta restart it.
Damn.
There we go, I fixed it. Other probably going to continue until the settings improve by their total removal.
There's
there's
like only 3 elves I like. Damn it.
those knife-eared bastards had their chance. Their time is up.
The time is nigh, old man.
They had their
Wow.
chance. They lost it in the 40k setting. They made a chaos god. It's their fault for their universe getting thrown into shit.
It is.
My money, not even now. I don't know why I thought of that commercial.
Oil,
'Cause it's catchy.
that shit's mine. Tell if that's. I'm gonna paint that, and then I'll have to fix it. Make Pancreas no work really made by getting rid of the O's. Little.
Meanwhile, then there's me about to send a nice young lady with a baby with a bun in the oven out scavenging for supplies in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean, make her get her
my
work in before she's out of commission for a few months.
The funniest thing is that I didn't create that scenario for that character. The people who made this game did.
Hey, if it's a zombie apocalypse, everyone's got to pull their weight doing something.
You time guy. No, fuck you. I'm timing you out. Fuck you. No. No jail.
What happened? Did he say something?
Talk about my beloved Votan.
Oh,
I'll just time him out for 60 seconds.
Just a minute. Just a minute. The bit is not worth actually making him run off the stream.
What if you just did?
Well, you know,
And they didn't deserve to be here in the first place if they can't take a joke. With a bit of mod abuse sprinkled in.
That's where the seasoning comes from.
Mod abuse.
Okay, there we go. Now the checkers are done. Look how nice they look.
Hitting off dwarf is off limits. Damn right.
I love how one of the characters in this game that you start off with can be a pacifist, and I'm like, why would you choose the team with the pacifists?
By the power of friendship and this gun I found. I'm out chat as a meme versus actually policing the server, Lamau.
Well, Mao. What am I to police?
Uh.
It's very simple to quote-unquote police a server. Usually the people that are in the server that are not the mods and the owner report something that they feel is bad, we investigate, and then we make a decision.
We're just the judge, that's it.
Yeah, we're the judge. Well, technically speaking,
We're the judge, jury, and executioner.
executioner. Yeah, I was about to say.
am the law.
Respect
about to
my
say.
authority.
I was gonna go full Punisher, just judge, jury, executioner.
No, it's judge, jury, exit.
Not when I'm around.
Is it we are Venom? No, it's we, and then dead. We. The mo.
Yeah, that's me. That's me for sure.
The moo dead.
Yes. I take 2 people with me.
It's Peter.
Nah, I live through those.
Yeah, usually Penny does, but if you're like a Bucky or another Penny, you can stop them before they finish.
Yeah, that's fun to do. Just go, okay, right click, bam.
I mean, Emma interrupts it too.
True. Just
That's true.
choke slams.
Oh, your mommy. I mean, what?
Where are the chaos artifacts? Remember, actually chaos artifact shaped throat. I think they're gonna buff Ultron again, though.
Maybe.
Or change his kit a little bit.
Honestly, they should actually give him a.
Make his
should give-
primary fire heal, too.
I would say give the ability to swap between the two, like swap between damage and healing. That way, like if you want to focus on healing or damaging, it's up to
Yeah, that makes sense.
the player. Because I'm not gonna lie, the Jeff changes made no sense.
Well, it's because they were getting tired of Jeff being a backline DPS when he shouldn't be. He was never designed to be that. People were just abusing his survivability. For something that was never intended.
You were never meant to survive as long as you have, little one. Now you must pay for your transgressions.
Then the problem I see with that, though, is it's just another nail in the coffin for anything that poses a threat to backline healers because they bitch and complain all the time.
As a person who plays backline healer, at least half of it's justified. I'll be real with you.
Well, I'm gonna say most of the people that play ranked bitch and
We play
complain.
ranked.
Okay, the healing one trick mains, Ikbard, you don't play just healer.
Correct.
Like the people that just one trick healers are the ones that are usually complaining about backline dive. because they can't heal bot their way to victory.
There's I think there's a little bit more credence to it than that.
I will say this. I do agree with the fact that yes, like it does suck for people who main healers to not just be able to do their job, like heal most of the time. But I think that's part of the whole strategic part of like the game, where it's like the enemy is purposely trying to ruin the tactics of the team by eliminating key players from their team.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And then the healers bitch and complain that they can't be in the back line and just heal bot, like I said. Because when people ask that question of why you do want healing nerfed, that was a lot of their responses. I can't heal in the back line when someone's on me, and it's like, that's the point.
Yeah, I get that.
That's how a lot of my ranked games are lost, is because we had no backline pressure. If you don't have backline pressure, you lose because you can't kill the healers and they just heal bot.
Yep, that's why you need.
Don't worry, Brutal. So first off, welcome, Brutal, and secondly, even though I'm not handy, even though I'm not handy, I will tell you, even if the models are expensive, those models are going to outlive you. So feel free to strip the paint off of them and start up all over again. Do not be afraid of trying to learn how to paint them.
Yeah.
Because they are your biatch.
Yeah, if you don't like it, you could always strip the paint and start over again.
Yeah.
And welcome. Great. Did you get the new Space Wolves box? You gotta guess, yeah, you did. The new army set, yeah. Damn, you got lucky. A lot of people were pissed they couldn't get it.
I agree, Ghost. TF2 Medic, best healer in PvP games.
So, I will also state this, like, when in at least my time with solo queuing, the only times our teams ever succeeded is when no one was being a fucking bitch and actually trying to listen to each other. Because the many times that we've won the game, it was either A, we ruffle stomped because we all basically like either
played our mains.
Not just played our mains, but sort of like complemented each other. Like, let's say if I picked Bucky, someone would pick Captain America. If I picked Punisher, someone would pick Rocket. Things like that. And everybody on the team was like that. Like, everybody was like, okay, that person picked that. I can play this healer, which gives him a buff and gives me a buff, etc., etc. In games where I lose, it's usually because of DPS. Because DPS either A, does not want to protect the healers, or they go off on their own.
That's what backline divers are. You might see the tanks that are just walking up too.
Yep.
Like I said, backline pressure is what. Backline pressure, because I'm in higher elo than you guys, is what wins games.
Which, by the way, with this
any recommendation of if I should splurge on an airbrush or specific brushes and paints? Do not splurge on an airbrush from the get-go. That is just another tool in your kit that you can learn later on. You want to learn the basics first.
Which, for those who haven't... Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so basic brushes you can get, this is what I use. For instance, selects are like $1 to $4 per brush, but they last a long time. Like, I've had some of these brushes for like 4 years. And then you really only need one sable brush, 1 or 2 sable brushes, like a size 0 and a... Where's my other sable brush? A size 2. Realistically, only need like 2 sable brushes, a size 0 and a size 2, or even a size 0 and 1. And then, for instance, selects, like I said, you get these, and you could also just get cheap brushes from Michaels. It all depends on what you need it for, too. Yeah, I don't recommend starting with an airbrush. It's better to learn the basics first. Because what happens if you screw up the airbrushing process and you need to go back in and touch it up? You need to have the foundations of knowing how to use a paintbrush. The Sable Brush size 0 and 1. What else? Sorry. Well, there's the thing too. You got to make sure that because Sable Brushes are going to be expensive. There are some that aren't as expensive, but like I think these Winsor & Newton ones, the two of them combined, they spent like $30 on both of them. And then you can either get like for your brushes you use for like doing metallics and other stuff, just use like Princeton Selects because like you just want it for base coating. You realistically only need the Sable Brushes for like fine detailing, for edge highlighting and stuff like doing chevrons like I did, or doing checker marks, because you need that more fine brush control, because Sable Brushes are more likely to hold their tip over time like these ones do, as opposed to synthetic brushes, which usually the tip of the brush gets frayed, or the tip of the brush like stops being pointed and it curls over itself, or it starts fraying like this one does. But you also do want to get brush cleaner too to take care of your paint brushes, because the more you take care of them, the longer they'll last. Okay, so I've done that. What did I have the brush set for? I forget. I have silver. I was doing the teeth. And now I gotta swap to this.
I will say this: Black Widow's made a pretty decent comeback this season, because with her new team up with Punisher, it is insane.
What I'm surprised with is that they reworked her. I mean, they reworked Jeff and who else? I forget this season.
It was just Jeff.
Yeah, they reworked Jeff before they gave it to Black Widow, which is weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, Black Widow really didn't change all that much. They just
He needs a rework, though, is the thing.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. So, honestly speaking, with the new team up, Black Widow has become more viable in some matchups. Obviously, she's not the best, but at least like she's not a bad pick anymore. But unfortunately, it does require you to have someone play as Punisher. Because oh boy, being able to shoot an entire line of people with one sniper shot is crazy. Especially if like you're aiming for the back line.
You went on Troll Trader, now you're getting an Orc army. Nice.
Congrats, Luke.
You're welcome. Welcome to Warhammer.
Welcome to Whammer.
You're already 10 steps ahead of our friend here.
Hey!
We're not wrong, are we?
Still though. You don't have to call me out like that, man.
Well, I'm gonna, because you don't have an army yet.
It's so mean.
That's what friends are for.
McFadden.
Motherfucker. Thank you, Mech Tigre, out to stomp a legal 1K list. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for the $2 super chat.
Another legal 1K list is like 2 Bane swords and 1 Tech Priest Engine Seer.
Another one is a Town R, and just I think a squad of 5 of the basic troops, because Town R is like I think 800 points.
Need character.
You may start Crusade like that. Heh.
Based.
That's mean but funny.
Yeah, talk about it with your friends if you do. It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, if they're doing a store crusade and someone's being, a lot of people are gonna be meta chasers, be a dick to fuck over the meta chasers. I say.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Because crusades are meant to be fun, not 100% sweat. Want to be sweaty? Go play at a tournament. Okay, now I gotta fix up any of the areas I messed up. I'm just gonna start my big kit bash, gonna Megazord my Stompa out of looted vehicles.
I love you, McFadden.
That is funny. Just make sure it's in the same footprint as a Stompa, though. That's the one thing you have to remember. Or else you can't use it. Okay, is there any other...
Crusade. Maybe. Maybe.
But yes, thank you for the $2 super chat. Really appreciate it.
Oh, music. High school beer.
We can go buy some scratchers.
Love them scratchers around here.
Oh my gosh, I just realized too. I'll finally be living in a state again that has a lottery. Old school
True.
Necron. Hello, Carrot. How you doing? Welcome. What army you plan to paint? Yes, is a valid answer. Got an old school Necron monolith for a buddy. For a buddy. 2 rhinos for
A
body.
body.
2 for feet. Got it. Okay, sorry. Necron monolith for the body. 2 rhinos for the feet. Gotta figure out the rest.
You can use night bits for the arms. And Crusade Ghost is Crusade is genuinely a narrative fun time. You play fluffy thematic and lists, and you name your units. Like, let's say I have a Kriegsman, 20-man Kriegsman with a Krieg command squad. Like, let's say, I'm just pulling this out of thin air. Let's say I have a motorcycle-themed guard army that I'm running, and I have, like, command squad Harley leading my my Krieg Death Corps of Krieg unit, Steel Horse.
I was about to ask.
I thought you were gonna go with more motorcycle brands.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Oh,
like, it's
The
My-
the officers or motorcycle brands. The troop names are like, you know, nicknames and idioms for motorcycles.
yeah, because I was gonna say, like, my squad, my squad of Harley, and then it's like, and is gonna lead the troops. But I also have another squad called Davidson.
No, I have one called Janus, because Janus is a new startup company that's making like old school 50s style motorcycles, but with like modern day gas economy. So Ghost,
And also
when
better
a
engines.
unit dies, better engines. When units die, you take an out of action test, and on a 2 through 6 they're okay, but on a 1 they take a battle scar or they lose a trait. If they get 3 battle scars, they are removed from your roster.
Or if it's Space
So
Marine, you
it's
just throw them in a
Very
dreadnought.
rare.
Can't you throw a Space Marine into a dreadnought?
Yeah, I know you could with the 9th edition codex. I haven't read the Crusade rules for 10th edition codex.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I remember putting a chaplain into a dreadnought in my 9th edition Crusade, so I did have a chaplain dreadnought for 9th edition Crusade. He would pop out
Since
of my
building
Mastodon.
tell from my friend 500 points. Building 10, building what? I'm guessing maybe
Tau
he meant
for his
Tau.
friend.
Yeah, I'm guessing Tau.
And Ghost, basically, when a unit dies at the end of the game, you roll a d6 for an out of action test. If you roll a 1, they take a battle scar. Or they lose a trait they got from the Crusade. If they get 3 battle scars, they're removed from your army.
Yeah, might start with Stompa and then just add my kick-ass dreads and cans to level up. Sick-ass death dread made out of a truck. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Very orc. Okay, that looks good. Hello. Hello, Groover. How you doing? Welcome back. Okay, same with named characters. Aren't there any no-name characters, actually?
No, you could run named characters. They named characters, however, do not gain traits. Everything they have is considered their trait.
Thunderhawk made it up 2 Corvus Black Stars and one of the Primaris tanks. It's glorious. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I forget what metallic mana is. I think I use dark aluminum. So that's usually what I use now, or do I use steel? Fuck, I don't remember what I used for the skeleton. Shit!
Oh, damn it.
God fucking damn it, I think I used steel.
What was that sound? What the hell?
What?
No, I'm playing that zombie game, and
Oh.
I heard some weird noises that I've never heard before ever since the updated
It's a
game.
secret boss, secret enemy. You never knew about until now.
I hope not. The only boss character zombies in this game were like these big chunky ones.
Okay, I did not use steel, or that's for sure. I didn't use base. What color did I use? I don't remember. Oh, I love forgetting which colors I used. Yay.
Congratulations. Your old man memory is kicking in.
Shut the fuck up, I'm not that old. Oh, shut up. Let's try this color.
Get off my lawn, young whippersnapper.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, it's not silver
Oh.
either. Which fucking color did I use? I think I might have used dark aluminum.
Weirdest fucking conversation.
Huh?
Oh.
So, Mrs. Ickbard had a friend who wanted to talk to me for
Mhm.
man advice.
Okay.
And yeah, and I'm like, okay, fine. This man is drunk and he's texting and typing and drunk, and he's wanting to know advice and such, but all he's doing is talking about how he's Mexican in the army and racist, but he's sorry if I'm racist too.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The fuck?
What is why does that dude being I guess racist have anything to do with Ickbard being like allegedly being one?
As I'm granted, you know, the joke is never asked a racist the ethnicity of his wife.
Part doesn't know how to respond.
I said to him, because he was messaging me, wanted my you know, to talk
Advice?
to me about stuff, and I said hey, why don't you go ahead and message me when you're sober? You're like you said, you're typing a little bit weird. I don't want to misunderstand you because it sounds like it's pretty serious. And then he sends me the voice text thingy of what I just went through, very abbreviated. And now he's asking me, how does D&D work?
That dude's definitely hammered. How does the okay, whatever.
This is an odd...
Great Friday
Why?
night so far. A great Friday night, right, Ickbard?
Yeah.
Exactly what Ickbard wanted on a Friday night, having to deal with a drunk knucklehead.
And this time it's not him.
Yeah. The one time I do.
As my people would like to say, esta vez él no es el pendejo borracho.
Listen, I can't understand advanced Spanish. I'm doing the tú más libro es just a little bit faster than that right now.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Don't just la biblioteca. You cut your thumb open. Well, don't do that, Ghost. The blood is supposed to stay inside the body.
Warren has gotten his sacrifice.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice.
Warren always gets his dues.
I'm not gonna lie, it is times like these where I realize that I'm actually happy that my mom does not watch any streams that I am a part of.
Why?
Okay, what did you say in Spanish that was so spicy then?
Huh? Oh, no, no,
What
no,
did
no,
you
no, no. No, nothing that. It's just, my mom understands both English and Spanish, so...
I think he just means she's
If-
glad he's not tuning into the unhinged streams.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because usually streams where it's you, me, Handy, and some trusted friends that we could probably be very unhinged and very... say
Gotcha.
somewhat unsavory things.
You're just
My
worried I'm
mom-
gonna sweep your mom off her feet.
Eh,
You don't want me to be a better dad for you than your first dad.
Or my second.
Your second? Oh my god.
you know what they say though? Third time's the charm.
Third time.
I mean...
No,
Igor's gonna have...
Go take
Igor-
care of your wound. Your
I
mom
mean,
says,
Ig-
"I actually, goddamn, time got you too."
I mean, Igbart's probably gonna have to wait in line though, because there's already a third.
The fuck?
Damn. He's sending me selfies of what he looks like. He is indeed Mexican in the military. That's good. I don't want to talk to this individual anymore. I'm gonna have some words. This is Egbert.
Probably because she pawned him off onto you.
Because he wanted to learn about D&D stuff, and now he's just opening up all about this random tangential shit, and I'm here.
For
Questioning.
D&D.
Yeah, they wanted to. It was very important before they asked me anything about D&D. Let me know that they're racist, and that they're sorry if I'm racist.
Who
God.
the fuck starts with that?
Who the fuck?
Oh, he continued with that.
I
He
just sat
continued
down.
with that after I tried to sidestep, like, hey, you're drunk. Let's talk later. Hi, Lisa. How you doing? You having a wonderful morning? What, 4:30 in the morning for you?
Hello, Lisa. How you doing?
Lisa.
You know who I haven't heard from in a while, and I think I mentioned this last time? Jack Ma.
I was just talking about her earlier too.
She's doing her own thing. Haven't heard from him in a while either.
I miss Jack Ma.
Pretty
Jack
sure
Ma
her stream
returned.
does too.
Your boyfriend introduced you to his roommate, and the bro, he's like weird. Fair enough. This is a person that met Mrs. Ickbard on PlayStation Network and would play Minecraft with each other.
That's a sentence.
Yes, indeed it is. That is the sentence of all
Play
time.
Minecraft, just like Notch intended.
God damn it.
Oh man. God, this is a day that ends in Y.
Yes, today is an interesting day.
Yeah, and it's me who's the flabbergasted one. That's fucking rare. I'm the one who flabbergasts.
Ickbard, I don't like this feeling.
I don't like this feeling. I like inflicting it.
Huh.
Posted some weird shit on Twitter. Okay, it's Twitter. We all get a thing. Pick up yet another 1,000 sons. Oh god, you got more
I don't-
1,000
okay.
sons, Lisa?
Okay, I'm gonna go
God.
ahead and say this because I still fully don't understand what the problem is. For people who get mad for like that are like, oh man, it's like I posted it on X or Twitter or whatever. It's like, dude, every social media is a cesspool. No social media is actually a good social media. None
Well,
of
I
them are
mean,
clean.
True.
what is it? this all still would have contained a Tumblr if they never banned certain stuff.
Fair enough.
You know, the people on Tumblr never would have escaped their containment cells.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. But once again, as I stated, as I digress, it's like, yeah, no, like these people are on like no social media is perfect.
Social media was a mistake.
Social media was in fact a mistake. Honestly speaking, it is why I had to answer that question for Rave earlier today on X, where I literally where he asked, why do people feel the need to consistently post their opinions on the internet like 5 or 7 times a day, or up to 10 times a day? And I responded with, because these people have small egos and they need the public validation to make themselves feel somewhat important and special.
You're a man,
when
use
in
your
reality,
words.
I need to find
They
the
need
correct
the
words.
upsuits.
Yeah, so they have small egos that need public validation to make themselves feel more important and special. In reality, no one is special. You're just another cog in the wheel in the expanse of the big universe. Now, however, that doesn't mean you can't live your life as happy as you can. It just so happens that doing it by trying to get public validation is not the way to go, because God, the fact that you need validation from others makes you a sad individual.
Ash to ash, dust to dust. We
all
need
perish. We all
Tom from
die in the end.
MySpace. You never heard anything bad about him.
Tom the MySpace actually liked the post I posted on Facebook once. It was hilarious. So it was on my friend's account. We had a little whiteboard thing in the school, and like this was in the high school. It was in the high school locker room. I did the pose. He posted on his Facebook. Tom from MySpace, like the actual Tom from MySpace, liked the photo. I'm like, hell yeah.
Thanks,
Bart has
Tom.
won
You
the
know-
internet.
Yep.
And Groover has a question for you, Handy, because since you
Yes.
play 30k Dark Angels, he wants to know, is it worth picking up the Lion as a painting project / warlord?
Yes. Because 30k is kind of Hero Hammer, but at the same time it isn't. Where Primarchs are supposed to be really powerful.
It's Hero
In
Hammer for
30K?
Primarchs.
Yeah. What?
For Primarchs, it's very much Hero Hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, pick up the Primarch. You can also, it depends which version you like, because I know people like running either running the 40k version in Horus Heresy too.
It's got, as the youth say, aura.
Or-
He just aura farms.
Oh god, it's
Indeed.
Piccolo and he's aura farming again. One of the
Ugh,
most
she's in-
base characters. I actually found someone that actually does not like Piccolo from Dragon Ball. And I asked him why, and he says because he literally doesn't do anything, and I'm just like,
What the
I
hell?
mean, he does more
what
than
are they
most of the
smoking?
characters.
Yeah, what the fuck
Yeah, I
are
was
you
like-
smoking?
I was like, you do realize that he does more than anybody else in the entirety of the show, right? Like, every human character is pretty much sidelined except Krillin. And Krillin doesn't do anything.
Except nearly dying and
Krillin
beat
gets
up.
Android 18.
Yeah, I know. He wins. He wins at life.
Yep.
Man has a stable job, happy family.
Not wrong. Once again, that's why I was very confused with the man.
Here's the thing too. If he wanted to, he could enter the tournament, the martial arts tournament, and win every year, but he doesn't.
To be fair, he doesn't actually need
Yeah.
the money anyway.
Yeah, I know. He could do it if he wanted to, but he doesn't need to. Because he would win every year if he was in the World Martial Arts Tournament. Dragon Ball is better than Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it's the original series. When it
By
was
the
just
way,
about
they-
going on an adventure instead of what it is today. Which I know some people don't like.
I'm starting to burn out, boys. I'm gonna call it a night.
Okay, later. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for having me as always.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna touch up some of the silvers, and I'm gonna call it a night too. But that'll probably be for another 30 minutes or so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful Friday, chat. Wonderful hanging out with you boys as always. God bless.
Yep, later.
Bye.
And there he goes. I don't really like the Dragon Ball franchise. Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yep. Even though it recently just got the award of best anime of all time.
Suck it, One Piece. And Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like
Jujutsu Kaisen and solo leveling. Suck it.
And I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, oh, the only reason why I won is because Akira Toriyama died. And it's like, well, no. If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, most of the anime that people would even nominate to be best anime of all time wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. On top of that, it wouldn't even be over here.
Funny thing is, too, please tell me the name of an anime that makes the cartel take a day off.
Right?
Oh wait, I don't think there is. Oh wait, but I don't think there is one.
Nope.
Because my god, I thought Dragon Ball was popular in America. It is so popular in Latin America.
Bro, in Mexico, it is pretty much a fucking... It borderlines into, like, cult territory.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't be surprised if if they eventually just built a statue of either Akira Toriyama or Goku. It's somewhere in, like, Mexico.
Probably in the works, you never know.
Which, by the way, fun fact, for the finale episode of Dragon Ball Super, they actually advertised the entire thing like it was like a big sports event. And they even had like posters and stuff set up so that
The Japanese government got pissed off.
Oh yeah,
No, it wasn't the Japanese government. It was Funimation.
No. Yeah, Funimation got pissed off because they were basically broadcasting the entire the episode to like hundreds of thousands of people. But at the same time, you gotta appreciate the dedication to the Latin Americans Mexico for being such big fans of Dragon Ball.
I mean, it's what a lot of us grew up with too.
True.
Later, Ghost. Thanks for hanging out.
Because I think the two biggest animes of the time, for like, at least from what I remember, for like males or like I guess guys, was Dragon Ball, and then for the girls, it was Sailor Moon.
Yep, you are 100% right. Nicole, thank you for the YouTube subscribe. You are 100% right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Guys, it was Dragon Ball. Girls, it was Sailor Moon.
Mm-hmm.
All has a cartel. One Piece has that one Houthi terrorist who's no longer in One Piece. Oh yeah, I remember that. What's the matter, Hassan? Your friend Luffy, he's not in One Piece anymore?
What are you talking about?
Remember Hassan had that one Houthi on that was like a One Piece fan. He was calling him Luffy.
Oh.
And I was like, what's the matter? He's not in One Piece anymore? After America did its thing.
I know that he was
Other countries listen to
about
anime in their respective language, but if you listen to it in English, you get flamed. Well, it's because other countries, like a lot of English dubs are not that great. The voice actors don't try and have a sense of range is the thing. Like you could hear them in one anime and they sound exactly the same in another. Is one of the reasons why not a lot of people like watching dub.
Some dub is good and some is not. That's what I would definitely say.
90% of the time, dubs are pretty bad.
Yeah, it is very few that are really good. Like for example, I think that Dragon Ball dub is pretty decent for what it is.
The Bleach dub was pretty good too.
Bleach dub is pretty good. What else?
Death
I
Note.
think Death Note. I also have to say, I know a lot of people are like, I don't know how people feel about it, but I actually do enjoy the Overlord dub. The Overlord dub is really good because
Well,
they just have all the
you're
characters
probably a
super
little bit
dramatic.
you're probably a little bit biased too, because the guy that voices Ainz voiced Cooler in the Team 4-star dub.
To be fair though, I didn't know about that until after someone pointed it out. You know when I found out?
When?
When Taka, was it Taka? Who's the one that voices Trunks?
I think that's Lanny.
No, Lanny voices Vegeta and Piccolo.
Kaiser Neko.
Kaiser Neko, yeah. So when they were doing their Dragon Ball Z abridged commentary over at 4-Star Bento, I didn't know that he does the voice of Ainzul Gon until Kaiser Neko revealed that the voice of Cooler does the voice of Ainzul Gon. And by that time, I already watched like seasons 2 and 3 of like Overlord. Like I was already deep into the anime, and I was just like, "What?" And then I looked it up, and I was just like, "No shit." I also didn't know. The one that I did immediately point out was it. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't Overlord. Never mind. I retract my statement. I was gonna say a certain character, but I just remembered they're actually from that time I got reincarnated as a slime, and it was the Lizard King or whatever, which is Christopher Sabat.
That's the voice of Vegeta, right?
Yes.
He also plays All Might.
Yes, that I know. Fun fact: even though I have watched My Hero Academia,
And then he said
will have-
All Might is his best role, and then someone posted a meme to his Twitter with Vegeta in the rain. Am I a joke to you?
yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad for the Vegeta fans because after him saying that, I was just like, man.
Vegeta's what made you famous, dude.
I know Vegeta's the one that like got you to this how far you gotten, bro. How can you do how can you do that to your boy?
Yeah, how can you do that to what literally made you famous?
Mm-hmm.
And what you're known for 90% of the time.
Yep. Like I feel like the younger generation, like young teens and young adults, will probably remember him as All Might, but the majority of his fans are gonna remember him as Vegeta.
Yes. Yeah, anime.
Animus.
Wahoo! Summer season's gotta have the next season of Kaiju number 8. Fuck yeah, I love that anime. Which you just also need to watch still.
Damn it. I was about to say, meanwhile, I'm hiding in the corner trying not to get told by you to watch the show.
Well, also, Ikbar needs to watch it too. I know he hasn't watched it yet.
Cool, you can tell him about it.
No, you can watch it too. You need to watch it also.
I'll get to it eventually. At some point.
Oh, which don't speak. I was there when it was written. Don't you dare speak to me in that tongue.
I'm not gonna lie though, I remember talking to a lot of friends about like different types of anime and stuff, and as I already said, like Overlord was one of them that got mentioned to me. The Tale of an Overcautious Hero. There's so many isekai anime that I watched like in like a binge.
The Overcautious Hero one's funny.
It is absolutely hilarious. It is the only reason why I watched it is because someone told me, "So do you want to watch something that is just like Overlord but comedy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Watch Overly Cautious Hero, bro. It is just fun. Like it is just funny. That's all you have to know."
Yeah.
Obviously, for those who haven't watched the show, no spoilers, but I did get caught off guard by the ending.
I don't even remember the ending because it was like years ago that show came out.
It was a very sad ending because you find out like something drastic between the two of them.
Oh wait, no, I remember. I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember the ending.
and I was just like, damn.
What a twist. What a plot twist.
What a twist.
Take that, M. Night Shyamalan. Get your heart out, M. Night Shyamalan ding dong.
Lama ding dong.
It's looking good. We have to repaint the red, of course. Oh, but I didn't do the bolts right up front. Let me do those. Yeah. There's not much anime I'm going to be watching next season. I still need to watch all the anime I'm watching this season, but I haven't because, like, oh, I've got a video edit, and I've been video editing, and then also, like, in between moving, and then completely forgetting. It's like, oh, I'm playing Wuthering Waves 2 or Marvel Rivals. So I forget to watch, and also Night Rain now, too. It's like, I forget to do that. I forget to...
You forget to
watch anime.
Schedule yourself for like some downtime watching anime.
Yeah. I've got to fix that again. I fucked that up. Fucked that up too. Woohoo. This little orc boy is looking pretty nice though. Some fixes around here because this is the silver I used.
I can't get over the fucking thing that you told me about Hassan.
What? His friend is no longer in one piece.
Mm-hmm. It's a fucked up joke, but I think it's hilarious considering I don't like the guy.
But it's also deserved. Dude was a terrorist.
Yeah, dude is a bad guy.
And now I get banned off of Twitch because I made one of Twitch's favorite child.
Probably.
Yeah, but then I can use that to get internet clout.
Oh yeah.
Although I'd rather avoid internet drama, to be honest.
I've actually been
Because
of his stupidity and what he's been doing to himself. I've actually been watching a lot of Nux's series about Hassan.
I just get a lot of my Hassan drama from the Roach King himself. His videos get recommended to me.
Yep. Yeah, how fucked is this Hassan Piker? He's now 530% fucked. And he's like, when he gets to 1,000, he's gonna get arrested. And I'm like, I hope so.
Yeah, he's probably already got multiple investigations already opened onto him, especially with the whole thing that happened with the ambassadors recently, that couple in Washington.
Oh, bro, let's not even mention the fact that he deleted all his VODs.
That's already an implication, so he'd be even more screwed.
Yep. And I find it both funny and disturbing that some people that I talked to previously and also collabed with have this weird, I guess I would say weird take on all this stuff, because so there was like, I think, a post made by an account on X called GITZ, and they like to make fun of Hassan too, and he also promotes people like Nux, Tectone, and Kirsch, and all them.
Yeah, Tectone's gonna be on Unsubscribe podcast this week.
Nice.
Gonna be this
Which I
Saturday's
want-
episode.
Why do I have like a feeling that my friends who don't like Nux and Tectone might not even don't like the Unsubscribe podcast?
Well, I wonder why. Unapologetically American, and also people that are just entertaining
But-
in general and not miserable like most of the popular
Hassan?
streamers are. Yes.
I never understood people that watch like Hassan and any of those like like again. I hate to say it, but on that side of the political spectrum, like I don't understand why you guys watch people that all they do is like are be
Echo chamber and narcissism. That's why.
Again, they're just yeah, and again, it's like they're miserable individuals, and you're just suscepting yourself to their misery by listening to their negative takes on a bunch of things. And in my head, I was just like, I don't understand why like any of you people listen to this garbage, especially from people who are like, obviously they're careful with their word soup is what people like to call it, but they're literally promoting, terrible things. So to me, I just don't understand why like the people that I know don't see a problem with it.
Like I said,
I'm just
echo
like-
chamber and narcissism, because they want to reaffirm their own worldview, not having anything that challenges it, which is something I learned in college. Is you always challenge a worldview, and if your worldview can't be challenged, then it shouldn't hold up at all.
You know what? I mean, you're right. You're right. Like, but the worldviews are meant to be challenged, and if you don't like it being challenged, then that's a you problem. Because you're supposed to have your worldview challenged. That way, you can grow as a person. So you can learn. If you've made mistakes, you can learn from them. But it seems nowadays no one wants to do that.
I have a video I need to send you. It's a great video about like why the newest like movie characters and like heroes all suck.
So, and then, I'm not gonna lie, I also wanted to kind of make, because a friend of mine actually did make a post about like why they don't like, certain people like Nux in them, and in my head I'm just like, and I figured it out. I figured why people don't like Nux and all of those people, and it's because back in the day he was basically like everybody else. He's a regular content creator. And then he became what he is now. He's evolved. He's changed his content to be more in what it is now. And I feel like because he's so popular, and at the same time he's also how do you call it? He's very open in a lot of the things he says and does. Like he's a genuinely good person. Because like I've seen people who have made like what's it called, comments on his videos where it's just like, can someone just expose him already? And it's like there's nothing to expose because he hasn't done anything.
Well, he did years ago with the whole Shoujo thing.
He actually recently fully cleared it up with all the receipts he had. So yeah, that like obviously he made a video that he did apologize for like doing what he did, obviously, but he also did show the receipts that yes, VShojo did in fact help him make that video. What was another one? Because he watched the Royalty is Here video about himself, where he went, Royalty is Here, which is like a British YouTuber that covers past, like the careers of past people.
Mhm.
And he made a video on Nux that said
God damn it!
he made a video on Nux that said the most hated VTuber, and they basically went into a deep dive of like checking to see why he's considered the most hated VTuber. And in conclusion, he says, I do see how some people may see him being the most hated being reasonable. And he says, I don't really see it because a lot of the controversies that he was a part of in the past are like lukewarm at best. And at worst, which was the Vishoja thing that you mentioned, he just did something that he felt he was doing good from the bottom, from within his heart, because he just wanted to save people from this doxer. That's it. He didn't leak anybody's information. He didn't do anything else. He did, in fact, help the police catch the guy.
Hmm.
So the fact that he got flack for helping them is crazy. Even I was just like, that's fucked. You know?
Yeah.
All he did was help them, and he gets basically fucked over for that. Like, that doesn't make sense. Obviously, he's also mentioned that the people in Vishojo, like the talent, did go out of their way for all of them to apologize, except for like 1 or 2 people. And obviously, he did not mention the people who did not apologize because he's not that bad of a guy. He's like, oh, everybody but like 2 people apologized, and I'm not going to mention who they are because, you know, privacy, blah blah blah. The other controversy, I think, was the one with Mutahar, but of course that one held no water because the guy literally apologized to Nux like the next day.
Yeah.
The other one was the one he had with Taiga, if you remember who Taiga is.
Vaguely, some VTuber.
Yeah, he covered like the drama behind Taiga because he was allegedly a predator, which they found out that he was not. And Nux did apologize behind the scenes to the person. And a lot of people thought that he was lying because he pulled, Taiga sort of pulled like receipts themselves and was like, where's the video, Nux? Where's the apology video or the clear up video? And it's like, but Nux said if Moist Critical wants to do it again. Of course, Moist Critical didn't want to do it again, so he didn't make the video. God damn it, I got sick. Fuck it. We're eating dog food here.
Dog food is just emergency food when you think about it.
Queasy. Okay. But
It's good enough for my dog, it's good enough for me.
but yeah, the other controversy, which I think you'll take a bit of a laugh at, is the Jaden animations controversy.
What?
Okay. Oh yeah. Wait. Hold on. Let me finish up the previous one. So the one with Taiga, Nux actually pulled a clip from one of Taiga's VODs, where Taiga actually apologized to Nux for the slander and misinformation that he accidentally spread that one time with that one time that he read out Nux's DM. So that got also cleared up. The Jaden's animation thing was just Nux reacting to Jaden animation videos, and they called him out for being a sloppy content creator for clickbaiting people, as if making it sound like he was collabing with her, while in reality he's just reacting to her videos. But it's like, don't most React channels do that anyway?
Yes, all React
Like,
channels are fucking clickbait.
Yeah. So, and it's so funny because it got to the point where like someone created a Nuxify website where it literally turns
Hello Cam, how you doing?
already existing videos into thumbnail videos for Nux. Where it's just Nux, quote unquote, his, like, I guess his version of the thumbnail, which I thought was funny. So yeah, so basically all the quote unquote major controversies he was a part of, one of them was poor communication, as the guy stated, and the other ones like had no like water held up to it. Like there was like no real substance.
What about next?
So,
Reb was just talking about stuff.
Yeah, I was just
I was just talking about Nux because a lot of people who were like fans of his back in early 2015, 2016 days knew him as the anime review guy, and that's what he did for like a few years before he became the chaotic troll VTuber that he is now, that he was back in the 2020s and up until now, because he's still chaotic, he's still himself. It's just that his content's shifted from
We're still in the
Yu-Gi-Oh
2020s though.
yeah, no, but like in the past 5 years it's pretty much shifted between doing weird tournaments and stuff, whether Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, or Jeopardy games and stuff like that, to him basically dunking on Hassan every other day.
Well then.
Well, yeah, literally, like, Nux, I think, has made so far 53 videos on Hassan. And I think that's crazy. I'm just like, this, like... And it's really funny, because obviously he's just pointing out the inconsistencies of, and you know, the obvious lies that good old Twitch Golden Boy over there is spouting out. And what's it called? It's gotten to the point where Hassan actually now knows about Nux's existence, and he refuses to say his name anymore. He just basically he's just known as Blue Voldemort.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And I'm just like, yes, he is known as Blue Voldemort for their side of the streaming political system, I guess you could say, because the moment you utter his name, you have acknowledged his existence, and therefore he is actually making headway into dismantling everything that you've worked so far. Yep.
I see.
Yep. Because again, Hassan has Asmongold on his brain rent free. Like Asmongold lives inside Hassan's head rent free.
Yep.
But Nux, on the other hand, he's Blue Voldemort. He's there. He's in the back of his mind, but he doesn't want to mention him. He doesn't want to talk about him, because if he does, you would acknowledge his existence. And Nux thrives on that. He's just like, oh, I'm here. I'm always waiting.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky Blue Voldemort. Ooh. So I've been a fan of him ever since I found him, like fucking in 2016, 2017. He's just, to me, he's been the same guy. He just changed his content. He's still funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, it's almost 11. I think I'll do is I'll
Funny enough, I
finish
actually
cleaning
want to
up
show you
this.
something.
finish
I'll show you a
cleaning up
funny
the red
meme.
right here. I'll probably call it a night. Just clean up this red by cleaning over the silver. And I hope I don't get it on the silver that I just painted.
Oh,
was a
did you know
fan
that he
before
also
as a
got?
VTuber.
Did you know that Hassan got banned recently?
Yes, on his day off.
So, by the way, did you know that XQC revealed that when a big streamer gets banned for something actually controversial, they give him a heads up, and they actually give him like a time frame to be like, hey, you said something that is a big no-no on our platform, and we have to ban you. But when is a good day to ban you? It is so that.
Oh, is
we
it
can,
also why
set it up.
I remember Tectone saying he might be getting permanently banned off of Twitch.
Who, Tectone himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, here's the thing. Asmin is probably predicting this, but Twitch is currently in an adpocalypse right now.
Yes, I know about that.
And I find that hilarious because it's like, yeah, you're pushing these terrible, horrible people onto your as your number one money breadwinners on your platform. And the majority of the people who usually go to Twitch want to watch people play video games. And the fact that you're pushing these non-gamer streamers onto your platform is kind of like bad.
And don't get me wrong, I know that you rarely play games on Twitch, Handy, but at least your hobby is somewhat related to a game.
Yep.
So to me, that still kind of counts because as long as you still stick to gaming type stuff, even if it's like a hobby like painting minis for a board game or a video game or whatever, it's or at least a like an IP of it, I still think that counts. But these people aren't doing that. They're just talking about real world events, and usually when you go to streaming platforms like Twitch, you want to get away from that.
Yep. The Twitch is supposed to be an escape from all the real world crap. It's just never gonna stop losing money. Nope, never. Well, they probably will. They'll probably start making money eventually when they stop being greedy and promoting the wrong people and actually fixing their platform. Because if you have the same people only making you money without ever having anyone new making you money, then you're never gonna make money. Because Twitch's discovery is Twitch doesn't have an algorithm like YouTube does.
Here you go, Handy. This is the one that I saw, and I thought this was hilarious. DM'd it to you.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty funny.
Especially in spite of the recent events. The fact that Nux has such big artist fans that are willing to do those kinds of memes so quickly is crazy to me.
This fucking shit posting. Shit posters and gotcha gamers are the fastest when it comes to making art.
That is true. You are not wrong.
Yeah, damn it, I got red where it shouldn't be. Fuck.
It is also a main reason why I was thinking about multi-streaming on more platforms as well, because considering, aside from like actually being able to like pushing my content on multiple platforms, Twitch like might be actually dying as a platform itself.
It is. It always has been dying. The problem is, like I said, is that its discovery for new streamers is dog shit. You really have to advertise your Twitch page on a different platform. It's not like YouTube where they will recommend you to people.
And even and I gotta give respect again for Ghetto Taco Boy over here. He even like made a post after, you know, the old man, the former president got cancer. He actually Nux actually went out of his way to like wish him the best, because again, I don't like what he did as a president, Mr. Biden over there, but he does not deserve something like that.
Well, here's the thing, though. He probably had it praised and they just hit it.
Yeah, which again is the second half of Nux's X post, which was praying for this man. Let me read his X post. What he said about him.
I mean, he may be a potato, but he's our potato.
Pretty much, yeah. That's basically what Nux stated. Well, I mean, Nux lives in Canada, so.
Oh.
But yeah, it's really funny because everyone thought he lived in Israel, but it's like, no, he lives in Canada. He's nowhere near there.
Which also just sucks from recommending other streams. I'm usually on here watching League, yet I keep getting recommended all those bikini streamers. Ah, yes, the ones that make Twitch a lot of money too. And welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, FLN Hero. What army do you plan or paint? Yes is a valid answer.
Okay, I found it again. So he said, praying for the best, but I hope the necromancers that were literally lifting him up for 4 years and the doctors claiming he was of sound body and mind find out real soon. In short, he's praying for Biden and hoping that the people who hid away his sickness get some kind of punishment.
Yep.
But anyways, it's already late for me and I gotta go to work tomorrow, so
yeah.
I need to go to bed.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Bye, Handy's chat. And
since I don't think Ickbart said it, but I'll repeat it. Don't forget to spade and neuter your squidlings.
Spay. It's spay.
Spay, neuter, neuter. Bye.
Goodbye. Okay. Looks pretty good. Gonna let that dry a bit more. And then really happy with this, how this mini's turning out, even though it's not mine. It's not my miniature, but it's still looking pretty damn good. This is my first time painting an orc too. I'm especially pleased with how it's turning out. Checker patterns look good. Is that a Killa can? Yes, it is a Killa can. I am painting it for a little YouTube collab with Shagrot's bitch side quest. If you get a Warhammer, but I got the Death Guard box, I haven't put them together, and I'm stuck between having someone else paint them or paint them myself since it's my first ever set. I would say paint them yourself. GW has gotten really good about making stuff easier to paint. So you have things like contrast paints and also speed paints from Army Painter. Vallejo's trying to get into that too. Basically, they're trying to make painting a lot easier for everyone because contrast paints have the consistency of being like an already thinned down paint. But then it also does the shading for you too and all that special effects. It's when I was in Warhammer, everyone would call Null Liquid Talent, and it still is. But I would say contrast paint is the new version of that because it makes miniatures look good for not as much effort as like say what I'm doing right now, which is like painting in all the base colors and all that stuff, doing the chevrons by hand. Although no matter what, that's always gonna take a lot of skill to do and like practice. But they are releasing a lot that makes it a lot easier. Great if your first mini doesn't look the best, you can go back and remove the paint and redo it if you really hate it. Yep, that is also true. Your first minis are not gonna be that great. Army Painter speed paints 2 over contrast. I mostly use contrast paint as just washes now. I don't really use them as for their intended purpose. Because I honestly think contrasts are just a different form of a shade paint. I have my first mini too, it looks okay. It looks decent. But yeah. There's a lot of stuff out there now, like all the painting guides too on YouTube, those help a lot too. Because with everything being at your fingertips, it makes painting a whole lot easier. Kind of same here, yeah. YouTube has just opened up the door for a lot of people learning how to paint. Because the whole thing with like Squidmar and Midwinter Minis, all the painting guides are like overly complicated stuff that not like many beginners can get a handle on. Although Squidmar doesn't really do painting tutorials anymore. But for painting tutorials, once again, Duncan Rhodes is king of those. Duncan Rhodes will always be the king of painting tutorials. Looks like I'm going back to the game store for painting supplies. Yeah. Oh, my recommendation though is if it's a Games Workshop store, do not get their proprietary, or like if there's Army Painter brushes, do not get their proprietary brushes, like their brushes. They're overpriced and not very good. Get either like Princeton Selects, like these ones, like I have, because they're a hybrid brush. They're synthetic and also they have some sable hairs in them, so they're pretty good. They're like $1 to $4 each, and you can use like the same 2 or 3 brushes for pretty much everything like I do. Like I use these brushes all the time for everything. And then for stuff like painting checker marks or chevrons, get like 1 or 2 sable brushes. They'll be a bit expensive, like maybe $10 to $15 each, but they're worth it. Because they don't like separate as easily. They retain their tip. The tip doesn't like get mashed down or break over time. They're dull. They retain their shape, so they're really good. But yeah, I would go for actual paint so you can get amazing artist brushes pretty cheap at any art store. Oh yeah, go to art stores. That's the one thing I miss about where I used to live when I lived in California, is there was an art store that I would go to get all my paintbrushes. because Michaels did not have very good, like, quote unquote expensive paintbrushes, like good paintbrushes. And then experiment with the paint, like the paint brands that you like, because a lot of GW's paints are not that great as opposed to like Vallejo, Two Thin Coats, and Army Painter. Although if I were to make a tier list for paints based off what I've used, Army Painter would kind of be at the bottom, although I have heard that they have a lot better paints nowadays because they improved their formulas, because they heard everyone saying that their paints were cheap and bad. And then above that would probably be Games Workshop. They have like maybe one or two good paints, but eh. And then there's Vallejo is above that, because Vallejo, the funny thing is, I collect model trains, and also like a lot of the old movie studios and stuff, they would just be using Vallejo paints. They would all be Vallejo paints. Even like the old Disney movies would be Vallejo watercolors or Vallejo acrylics. Like old Disney movies were painted, like colored and painted using Vallejo stuff. And then above that right now, because Duncan Rhodes now has his own good paint brand and he's a painter by heart, he knows what like miniature painters want. So all of his paints, like for his paint brand, are just so damn nice. Like you barely have to thin them. They all cover so nicely. I like GW so much. I like GW for washes and mostly Vallejo for my regular paints. Yeah. Although I don't really go to GW for their washes anymore, because they changed the basic washes like Agrax, Seraphim Sepia, Null Oil, and basically all their core washes. They changed the recipes, so they now act more like contrast paints now, which I kind of hate. I liked the way their old washes worked, was that they settled in the recesses, but at the same time they also stained the miniatures. The newer ones just settle in the recesses and don't really stain the miniature colors, which is why they were so much better. Which is why I like them. And then I have heard some good things about AK Interactive, mainly for their Streaking Grime. That Streaking Grime is really good, although I haven't really used it much. And then their brush on varnish Ultra Matte is also very good, but the problem is that they don't tell you that it has an expiration date. So it's actually not that great. I would avoid it. But ooh, for silver metallics, Vallejo Metal Color Air is really, really good. Really green shade was really nice. You have a bottle of ancient GW wash that I use. Yeah. Vallejo Metal Color Airs, these are like the best silver metallics on the market. They're a bit more expensive than GW's metallics, but for basically the price, like a couple bucks extra, as opposed to paying like, how much is in this bottle? 12 milliliters or 4 fluid ounces. In one of these bottles, where's the information? You get 32 milliliters, so you get practically almost nearly 3 times the amount of paint with this as opposed to this. And also it goes on a lot more easily and you don't even have to thin it. GW metallics, you have to thin them, and you can thin them incorrectly and then it won't go on as nicely. And these work so much better. I'm assuming Home Depot is a bad place to get paint for the minis. Yes. It is a very bad, unless you're getting primer, because GW primer is really expensive. But you want to make sure if you were to get a primer from Home Depot that it's plastic safe, or else you'll melt your miniatures. So find like a local hobby store near you, or like a local game store that isn't a GW, and yes, you're supposed to thin your paints. Try and find a local hobby store that isn't a GW, because usually those local hobby stores will carry like GW paints, maybe two thin coats. They'll usually always have Vallejo and Army Painter, and maybe a few other ones like Turbo Dork, although Turbo Dork is a bit more specialized. But usually like mom and pop hobby stores or anything that isn't a GW game store will usually have different paint brands that you can test out, and they usually do a lot better. I've been finding current metallic range of Army Painter is so much nicer than Citadel. I mean, that's not a very high bar to set, because GW, they are kind of, I feel like, on their high horse thinking, oh, we're the best like we have everything. They don't have to go to anyone else, so we don't need to improve our paints. Meanwhile, Vallejo, Army Painter, and basically everyone else is like, how can we get everyone to buy our paints? Well, for one, make them a lot better and cover a lot better, and also remove some of the steps that a lot of people have had with painting in the past to make it a lot easier for people to paint. Like I said, for these, remove the whole thinning down of your paint steps, or for Duncan Rhodes paints, remove the having to guess like in between of like from all of Citadel's different paints how to thin them down, because two thin coats, they pretty much thin down all the same. Add like 1 or 2 drops of water and you're good to go. Feels like particles are smoother in the Army Painter ones. Yeah, that is another thing too. In GW's paints, they're a lot thick, like the paint pigments are a lot like chunkier and thicker. Same with their metallics. GW's metallics, they don't grind them down as finely as an Army Painter or Vallejo. Like 3 or 4 game shops near me, not entirely sure about mom and pop shops. Well, the game stores are like, that's just the term you can use as like mom and pop game stores. Is just another term for friendly local game store. So like of those 3 or 4 game shops, check them all out. The GW store in my city, I believe, closed or something. Ah, okay. So yeah, just check out any of those stores, because also too, generally they'll be less expensive than a GW game store ever will be for anything. And also like minis will be cheaper. They sometimes might have rewards programs. They'll usually always have like holiday sales where you can get like either 10 to 30% off of GW products. Because usually for my old game store, what I would do is anytime they had like a sale, I would always go there and stock up on miniatures or paints. Most game stores I've gone to have a 15% discount, yeah. Just base, yes. Because I usually don't go to my GW store to get like when all the Imperial Knights came out, like the Cerastus Knights, the new ones, I would go to my friendly local game store as opposed to my GW game store, even though it was closer, because a Cerastus Knight at the GW game store is $210. Meanwhile, at my friendly local game store, a Cerastus Knight was $170, the same price as a Castigator. Not a Castigator, the same price as a Castellan Valiant or any of the other GW, any of the Questoris Knights. So I just bought all of my Cerastus Knights from my friendly local game store, and I got them for $40–50 cheaper. So it was honestly better to do that. So if you have a local game store, honestly just go to them. I may get a Chaos Knight for my Thousand Sons. Nice. Do it. Has a punch card when it comes to Warhammer things, and they offer military discount. They're super chill. Yes, go to any store that has discounts. And if you were in the military, thank you for your service. Even if you weren't in the US, unless I don't know where you are. I'm assuming United States. Because I think it's what, like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning in the UK right now? In Europe, somewhere. And usually when I think of military discounts, I think of the US. Okay, let's see. That looks fine. I don't see any fuck ups that I need to alleviate. I need to still paint the wrenches right here. I need to decide what color I want to paint the hatch, if I want to paint that red. Yes, US, and thank you for giving me a country we're serving. Yeah. What branch were you in, if I might ask? What branch? Because I come from a family background of military service and all that other stuff. Marine Corps? Hoorah! Yeah, that's what my dad was in the Marine Corps. Along with a bunch of my other family. I grew up in a Marine Corps family. But hoorah! I've been down to Camp Pendleton multiple times with my dad to go hang out with the Marines. Good memories down there. Dad's still good friends. A lot of the Marines visit us too every now and then. Still talk to a bunch of them too. Yeah, I love the Marine Corps. Before I was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy and a bunch of other stuff, I actually wanted to be in the Marine Corps, but my mom said no, you're not joining the military at all. Yeah. Brother and uncle were in the Marine Corps. Thank you for your service. Yep. And also just in general, Marines are more fun to be around, as opposed to to Army and Navy. Although Navy, you do have the Navy that all like the Navy corpsmen with the Marines and stuff. I don't mean to be mean, but what's your favorite crayon flavor? I don't mean to be pick on you with the stereotype. The funny stereotype. I did that to my dad, he said fuck you. And I got medically disqualified from joining recently. Ah, yeah. That sucks. Personally blue, red is a banger. A great sense of humor. Yeah, you'll have fun with Warhammer. There's tons of way to get Warhammer for cheap. If you also want to find some cheap miniatures just to like test out, you can try Troll Trader too, or just look on eBay if you don't mind having used miniatures that you need to strip the paint off of. Another paint brand that my friends say is pretty, one of my friends swears by, is Pro Acryl. They're pretty good. They've had some of the paints that I've tried are pretty good too, as opposed to GW, although like I've said before, that's not a very high bar to set nowadays, having paints better than GW. Man, I'm not getting tired. Holy shit. Yeah. Man, I think, yeah, it's almost 11:30. I think I'm gonna head out for now, but I got some pretty good progress on the Ork. Did most of the metallics, cleaned up the red, did the checker patterns on the claw. So now it has chevrons and checker patterns, which is nice. I'm actually really proud of the chevrons because it's actually my first time doing it, I think, freehand. Usually I would use tape and do a dry brush, but damn, does that look good. But yeah, Hero, if you don't be a stranger, you stop by anytime. Also have a Discord server too if you want to get advice from anyone in there. Exclamation point Discord server, Discord. Or just hanging out in general. And also I do have the YouTube channel too if you don't really care about like Twitch, because I know a lot of people are leaving Twitch recently. Thanks for answering the question earlier. No time. Yeah, blah, blah, it is late. No time. No problem, Brutal. I'm always happy to answer questions. So is Ickbard and any of the other people that are in chat, because that's the nice thing I like about Warhammer is a hobby where everyone wants to pass on their knowledge and help everyone, because Warhammer is just a really great hobby in general, aside from GW making stuff ridiculously expensive. One thing I came to realize with the Hellbrute after getting one, man, is that voice stumpy. Yes, that is just old GW designs, but thank you everyone so much for watching. It was nice to see a lot of new faces. Thank you for the gift sub, David. Thank you for the super chat earlier too, and also the new person too that I forgot, I am sorry. Thank you for that super chat. But I will see everyone this coming Monday, because that's when I'm gonna stream again with more Warhammer. Good to watch here. Have an awful time with the Magic Gathering community. Yeah, I had the same experience with the Yu-Gi-Oh community too, even though I have some good friends that I made from it. But yep, I will see everyone on Monday. Have a good rest of your night and have a good